Stand by for the MJ Morning Show.
What?
What happened?
Rock and roll. Showtime.
Hey, Michelle, you had fun last night at the Lightning game.
That was really awesome.
A rare Tuesday evening out where Michelle and I were among a very packed house. The Lightning visited by the Edmonton, Alberta, Canada Oilers, eh?
Well, I thought we were playing a team from Texas when I saw Oilers.
No, that was
but,
the Houston Oilers.
Yeah, I know.
The Houston Oilers used to be the name of the Houston football team.
Right?
Yeah. No, you didn't think.
I was like, oh, we're playing the Oilers?
Hold on, you thought they were from Texas?
Well, I thought Oilers, and then, but I was kind of thinking like, oh, from Canada. I wasn't really sure.
Oh.
I don't follow NHL like I do NFL, so.
By the way, I kept my hat on during the Canadian national anthem.
Mm.
Yeah, but as soon as they transitioned to the U.S. national anthem, I took my hat off and held it over my heart-centered chest.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So what's the protocol on that? Oh, by the way, everyone, welcome. It's the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. What's protocol? I mean, listen, I like Canada. I don't have any, I don't have any major issues with Canada. They're a friendly, neighbor to the north.
No, I'm on the A. Listen, new protocol is to boo, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody boo during the Canadian national anthem?
No, I don't.
No, I think that I thought that the Canadians were booing us.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
but then the game went to Boston.
With the tariffs, the threat of the tariffs, and then, the 51st State Comedy Act and all that.
And so we don't reciprocal boo?
Yeah, so
I mean, if we get booed, shouldn't we boo them?
I know you're an avid hockey fan, so you're going to understand everything I say next.
Right.
But over the last couple of weeks, they've had kind of like their all-star break kind of battle of the countries. They took a break from the NFL schedule to where they had U.S., Canada.
NFL schedule?
NHL schedule.
Yeah.
They took a break. They had the U.S. team, the Canadian team, like Swedish and Finland, right? And they all battled it out for like a small mid-season tournament.
Battle on the ice.
When the game was in Canada, the
Right.
USA versus Canada.
Right.
They booed.
Oh, no,
the
I know.
national anthem.
I know in that particular matchup, we were all looking for, obviously, the U.S., especially with some of the tensions going on right now.
Right.
Everyone was kind of hyper watching and hyper viewing, hoping that the U.S. would beat Canada, but Canada came out on top on us.
Yes.
By the way, this is the most hockey talk we've had in the last 20 years here on the MJ Morning Show.
I'm not terribly mad at it. I'm glad you had a good time.
And we've got to talk about the weird situation. Yeah, Michelle was really honed into this because I was distracted doing something else. But we had a weird couple. We don't know what was going on, but there was something going on with this young woman and young guy behind us. And some words were exchanged. Well, she said something, and, Michelle observed the woman say something and then do something, which Michelle thought was very, very odd. So hang on. We'll get to that later on, probably in the 7 o'clock hour. So always important that you listen to every single bit of the MJ Morning Show. But, Michelle, you will confirm that something was up. It was weird. And, for you to point it out and you're like, oh, man, and then your observation, something was said, and then that you observed something that was physically done.
I can reenact it for you with you if you want.
Oh
Or
yeah,
with Fester, whichever.
yeah, that'll be fine. We'll do a reenactment on the weird couple and the weird incident right behind us during the Lightning game, and our buddy Andrew, who owns Advanced ESI, which is a big home theater company, electronic. We've known Andrew for 20 years. Remember Nora? Nora, his wife at the time, was an intern on the MJ Morning Show.
Yes, I'm sure Andrew appreciates you bringing up his ex-wife every time you mention
No,
it.
he
brings her
Yeah, I
up.
know.
They're friends.
Yeah, they're friends.
I know
He
when
brings her up. It's
I
not.
know when my old lady kicks me to the curb, I just want you to ask me how's Allison doing every time
He
I
brings
see
her up. It's
Okay.
listen. Remember, Nora.
I know a bunch of divorced guys. There's nothing they like to talk about, especially in front of their new girl, more than their ex-old lady.
I think, Fester, they're all mature about it now.
No, nobody's mature about it.
No,
They're all petty.
No,
petty.
no.
It's a
No,
front.
you are wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
Yes, you are.
Oh, no.
You are absolutely
No,
wrong. No, you're wrong.
Well, Andrew sure has a type.
Well, hang on, Will.
Oh, no.
Listen. We will discuss the story, and we were invited to the game by Andrew. He's got some season tickets. He's got 4 seats, and we were invited. And it's not often that I'll roll out on a Tuesday night because that's the game.
Can I just say you never roll out on a Tuesday night? I mean,
well, it's not common that I go out on any weeknight,
Right.
which I've always referred to as a school night.
How late did you stay out?
We got home at 10:40, right?
All right.
yes, but can I say he was so excited to be out? He wanted to stop for pizza on the way home.
Well, we thought about it,
Yeah.
just a quick bite at Colony Grill because they were open till 11,
Mm-hmm.
and they have the ultra thin crust bar pie, and they cook very, very fast.
We know about the pizza.
Yeah.
And then you know about the whole life.
Don't take me off the pizza track.
You'll get back on it.
Don't de-pizza me.
It's a long show. You'll be back on the pizza.
You'll mention pizza again.
So anyway, we didn't. It was already like 10:40. We're on Kennedy, and we're headed to Westshore, near our home.
You know what you do to me, though? This is
What?
what he does, Fester.
What?
He's
Oh,
like,
what do I do?
What does he do?
What would you think? Would you like to go for a pizza? What do you think? Should we go for a pizza? And I'll say it's up to you. Well, what do you think? You make the call. And I'm like, really, MJ? It's just up to you. Well, could you go for the pizza now?
So,
And then, he wants me to be the bad guy and say no.
so when
because
he's tired the next day, he has
Yes.
somebody to blame.
Exactly.
Michelle wanted to get pizza.
Oh,
Yup,
really?
yup,
Oh.
I saw it coming, and I
Yeah.
said, you know what, MJ? I know you feel like you have a little more work to do. We should probably just go home. He goes,
Hey,
yeah,
too.
you're right. You're right.
All right,
Mom.
And what's the other thing that you never let me live down? What else did I? You call it dangling. I dangle something in front of you, and then
Yeah.
I rip it away.
When we were dating,
Then
we said,
rip it away.
you want to go to Disney World? And then I came down for the weekend, and then
Yeah.
he said, I'm too tired.
Yeah. So I haven't heard the end of that for the last 30 years.
30 plus.
Yeah. Where were we when that was?
West Palm.
We were in West Palm,
hmm
and I
Also,
offered.
do you want to go to the Statue of Liberty? Oh, I'm too tired.
Oh God, the Statue of Liberty story. This is when Michelle and I were, dating, and this is when I was in New York City the first time around, and so that would have been like what, 91, 92, right?
Yeah, it was your first May in New York.
Yeah,
So,
my first
91.
time. Yeah,
I wasn't even 21.
yeah, I was working for WPLJ, and Michelle wanted me to take her to the Statue of Liberty.
You offered.
Yeah, he would have said anything to get you in town.
That was another dangler, right?
Yes.
And then, well, this is a crazy story. You know what? Hang on. I will tell the rest of the Michelle MJ Statue of Liberty story. Remember, I thought you were dead. I was calling the cops.
Maybe I wished I was dead.
That's great. That's fantastic. Now, this is. I don't think have I ever told the Statue of Liberty story on the show?
I don't know.
I don't even. This is before Michelle and I were engaged. Michelle, some bumpkin from Virginia Beach.
Oh, I think I'd lived quite the better life than you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Not quite the bumpkin, buddy.
All
I
right.
lived overseas. You were the bumpkin from Virginia Beach.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get to this. This is therapy now.
All right. So you got to hear the Michelle Statue of Liberty story. And to this day, Michelle will not let me forget about the Statue of Liberty screw job and then the Disney screw job, as she puts it. Yeah, the things that Michelle rips out of her bag of anger 30 years later, 30 plus years later, it's truly remarkable. All right, we'll get to it next. Actually, a very funny story. So we'll get to it next, plus a whole lot more, obviously. MJ Morning Show, 6:09, just getting rolling. Don't miss a minute of today's show. Oh, the Southwest Airlines near disaster in Chicago. Get to that. A lot of stuff. First traffic. Here's Schreiner. right, 6:19. Oh, I'm sorry, 6:20 now at the MJ Morning Show here on 104.7 FM. I'll expand on this later on, but thank you. We did get word that the MJ Morning Show was number one in the Nielsen ratings, persons 25 to 54 for the entire month of January. So
Suckers.
Thank you.
Yes.
Listen, I'll take it. Listen, I know this show sits in a certain zone every month, and the numbers can be erratic, due to the nature of the. Well, I don't want to get too much into it, but however, formally the MJ Morning Show Nielsen ratings rated number one, persons 25 to 54 for the entire month of January. So. Listen, I'll take it. 6:21. Fester. Oh, I think I have an RV lead for you.
Oh, great.
I think I've got a story that I meant to get to yesterday, and I think I've got an RV lead for you, so hold on a minute. All right, first, though, Michelle and the Statue of Liberty story, and if you were listening to the opening of the show, yeah, Michelle, you harp on things.
No, it's not. No, see, you're characterizing it all wrong, buddy.
Like at the hockey game last night. Apparently, I was doing some show prep. Or I was putting something up on Instagram, whatever, and then I tried to hold your hand in the hockey game a little later, but then you kind of shunned me because you claimed that you tried to hold my hand a little earlier, and I shunned you at the hockey game last night. I don't recall shunning you.
We're going to go here?
No, I don't recall that.
Yeah, you don't recall it because you're not sensitive to touch really unless you're initiating.
Okay. So a couple of other things that Michelle won't drop. The Statue of Liberty story. You still bring this up like several times a year. This happened in 1991, and you still bring this up several times a year.
It's just so fun. You see how agitated you are already? You're like, you're over there, you're sweating.
You know what? I ought to get a second job as an agitator in a washing machine.
Yeah.
That's how agitated I get.
You're an agitator.
It's not. No. I'm just reminding you about how independent I am.
Yeah.
And, don't forget, buddy, this is who you married. So when I go and do something that I want to do, like you had a chance to say, thank you.
Let me write that down. Don't forget, buddy, this is who you married. Let me jot that down. Oh, wait a sec. It's indelibly marked in my brain in multiple regions. Okay, so quickly tell the Statue of Liberty story.
All right, so you invited me to visit you. You just moved to New York City. You got an apartment, and
60th in Amsterdam.
60th in Amsterdam.
I was one of the first in the new Concerto building. Seriously.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was one of the first tenants. I think I was one of two tenants in the building. It was a brand new building.
I'll be sure to pass that along to the MJ biographer.
All right, wise ass.
No,
I keep going,
I'm going to
Michelle.
tell him.
So you had to work Sunday morning early, and we'd had a really pleasant weekend. We hadn't seen each other in quite a while, and then you said, "Hey, be ready to go when I get home. We'll go to the Statue of Liberty." And I was like, "Oh, awesome, man! I hadn't been to New York City."
I actually went into the office on Sunday morning.
Yeah, you had to go do a shift, like
that's
6
right.
to 10 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
I was messing around.
I was doing a weekend shift on 95.5 PLJ.
Right.
All right.
So then you come home. And you, typical. I mean, if the kids were available, they would say the same thing. What you did was you got home and you were like, oh, I don't know. I'm so tired. Let me take a nap. So then you immediately pass out. And I'm like waiting. An hour goes by. And I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to wake you up. And I'm like, dude, we got to go now because, it's the Statue of Liberty. It gets busy. I'm guessing there's lines. I don't know.
Yeah, all the tourists want to go.
And you were like, I'm kind of tired. I don't know if I'm going to make it.
And did I fall? I fell asleep.
You were asleep. And I said, you know what?
And Michelle just left.
I said, okay.
She left my butt. I was asleep. I came home and slept.
Yep.
Because I had to be there early. I was probably there at 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. to do a 6 to 10 shift on a Sunday morning.
Mind you, we had probably just watched a movie the night before, and you went to bed at like 11. It wasn't like it was a really difficult night.
That's right. And then you just left me while I wake up and Michelle is gone.
And
Did you even leave a note?
I don't even think I left a note. I went downstairs. I asked that nice doorman.
His
I
name
said, "Hey."
was Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Bill had the deepest voice of any human being ever. Hey there, it's Bill the doorman at the Concerto at 60th and Amsterdam.
And I said, "Hey."
Remember he talked like this. Hey, how you doing?
No, I don't.
The deepest voice. I don't think I've ever heard a deeper human voice since.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now it's Fat Albert.
Fat Albert, the Kool-Aid Man.
Fat
Louis
Albert.
Armstrong.
Fat Albert's been canceled. Yeah, guilt by association.
Not anymore. Would you like a pudding pop?
All right.
Michelle, would you like something to drink? You
with
can
all
sit
kind-
on my couch.
With all kinds of pills hanging out of
Goes the bop,
the Jello pudding pop.
the bop.
All right, so tell the rest. All right, so go ahead.
so I went downstairs and I said, "Hey, can you tell me how to get to the Statue of Liberty?" Absolutely.
Oh, sure. You just take the. Go ahead
and get on the 1 or the 9, the red line.
Yep.
You take a walk over to and take the 1 or the 9 over from Columbus Circle. And back then, that's when they had the 9. The 9 line has since been discontinued, but the red line in New York is what used to be. Well, right now it's the 1, 2, 3, but it used to be the 1, 2, 3, and the 9. And
really?
all right, go ahead,
Talk
Michelle.
more about the subway system.
And then take it all the way down to Lower Manhattan. All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah.
I got on the subway.
Yeah.
I rode all the way to Statue of Liberty.
You're welcome, sweetie.
And by the way, for folks that have recently visited in the last 20 years, this was when you could actually go to the Statue of Liberty. And I think
walk,
you can do this now.
You can walk right up to
right
the
up.
top.
And I climbed all the way to the top.
Yeah, into the crown head.
Into the crown, looked through those, 5 windows.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Climbed all the way down. It takes hours, by the way. And you move very slowly because it's a long line of people in front of you. And, enjoyed the day, tootled around a little bit.
Meanwhile, Michelle's gone till 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Oh, it was 9 o'clock.
And I had no idea where she is. I woke up after my nap. There's no note. There's no Michelle. All day, there's no Michelle. I'm calling the nearby police precinct to see if any bodies have shown up, along the banks of the Hudson.
But Bill told you where I went because he said, I gave her instructions to the Statue of Liberty.
Right, but
Why didn't you come find me?
I didn't know something could have happened to you between 60th and Amsterdam and the Statue of Liberty.
Let me tell you something. Something's more likely to happen to you than to me.
And by the way, those were the Dinkins years, and New York was a wreck.
You were terrible.
Yeah.
I will say, when I remember very distinctly walking home. I'd bought one of those little goofy Statue of Liberty sponge hats, to take home to Virginia Beach for my Nana.
Do you still have that? Where is that?
No, long gone.
Right.
And so I was walking up the sidewalk to your apartment building, and all of a sudden I heard pounding feet running towards me. And I looked up, and you were like, "Where have you been all day? What's wrong with you? I was calling the police. What was I going to tell your grandparents? Oh, my God." And I was like, I went to the Statue of Liberty. Isn't that kind of obvious? I've got this hat on my head. And
She's wearing the foam Statue of Liberty hat.
Yeah. Good times.
That kind of like that copper, that greenish copper tint.
Yeah.
When brown copper gets the oxidation, right?
You didn't speak to me for months.
Oh God, I was so pissed.
Yeah, his loss, Michelle.
Talk about a grudge. He did not speak to me for months.
Was it really that long?
Yes, it was months.
Hold on. So I put you on did I even put you on or you just left?
You put me in a cab the next morning because that was my flight, and I had the most perverted cab driver on the way to the airport, and I didn't know how to get out of the car on the highway.
Oh, I forgot about the pervert. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And what was the story with the pervert cab driver?
Well, because I was crying,
Because
right?
you were like a hot 21-year-old man.
Well, I was crying because I knew we were having an issue.
You're still pretty hot, by the way.
Thanks.
All right.
And he was like, "Oh, so that's your boyfriend?" And I was like, "No, not really." He goes, "Honey, you ain't crying like that, and he's not saying goodbye to you if you're not doing them." And
Hold on. Elaborate. What?
He said that we weren't saying goodbye like that, with me crying, and you were giving me a hug, but still kind of putting me in the car, kind of tenderly. And he was like, "You guys aren't saying goodbye like that if you're not doing the." I can't say it on the air.
So he had.
If you're not S something to D something.
What?
Yeah.
He said that? I don't remember that.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Oh, you're not telling the truth." He's like, "Yes, you are." And I was like, what? What kind? Where? And then I was like, you were worried about me going to the Statue of Liberty, dude. You ought to be worried about the cab you put me in.
What was
But we
that?
were on the highway, like, however, I think I was going from LaGuardia, right? So I was like, where am I going to get out? I'm going to tell this guy to pull over and let me out on the
My
highway.
God. What was that movie with the creepy cab driver? Didn't he hang like bones from the rear? What was the name of that movie?
Was it Taxi Driver?
No, it was
What-
eight.
What are you talking? Taxi driver? It was
8mm, right? Like
Was that it?
where they picked the girls up at the airport and they had the
Yeah.
locks all sawed off.
Oh,
So once they
yeah.
locked it, they couldn't even open it
And
up.
then wasn't there some creepy thing hanging from the cab driver's rearview mirror?
I don't remember.
Like some kind of bones or skeleton or something?
Yeah.
And then they did things with the victims in the cab, right?
Look, you're lucky I didn't end up like that. You're worried
Yeah.
about me going the day before.
Wow.
Anyway, that's your grudge. You didn't talk to me for months, buddy.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
And so how was the ice broken if we didn't speak for months? How did we
know.
break the ice and get back together and then eventually
down.
get engaged and then married and here we are?
Okay, rock bottom.
Almost 31 years. What?
Rock bottom.
What does rock bottom mean?
That's your nickname now. Remember from last week? We did a story that said that the person you met at 19 that you're
Oh yeah.
don't hang out with them because they're your rock bottom.
So you're my rock bottom?
No, you're my rock bottom.
I'm your
You
rock.
had a different person when you were 19.
Gotcha. Hey, Fester, I got a lead for you.
Oh, yeah.
This is from the Pasco News Online.
Oh.
Yeah,
I recently discovered them.
I wasn't quite familiar with this source.
I found them the other day,
Yeah.
and I now follow them online, and they have some quirky stories
Well,
out of Pasco County.
This is like the Village's News of Pasco County.
Yeah, Pasco News
So,
Online.
Did you see this story?
Yes.
Well, have you made a move? Listen to this. RV fire
Yes.
and an assault lead to attempted murder charges in Newport Richey. But this is an opportunity to Fester to go get an RV sale. Because if you don't know the deal, Fester, on the MJ Morning Show, this is Fester's part-time job.
Very temporary.
His real job is selling RVs
Temporary, too.
at General RV. And the story is a 30-year-old Newport Richey woman was arrested last Sunday afternoon on multiple charges, including attempted murder following a violent incident involving arson and assault. According to the Pasco Sheriff's Office, the victim reported that Brittany Sheffield intentionally set fire to an RV where she was sleeping. The victim awoke to the smell of smoke and found the suspect blocking the only exit, preventing her escape. After a struggle, the victim managed to overpower the suspect and exit the burning RV. Sheffield then allegedly struck the victim multiple times with a pole or stick, causing injuries to her face. As the victim fled, the suspect reportedly jumped on her back and bit her, leaving visible bite marks. An elderly witness over 65 years old attempted to, why is that relevant? Attempted to intervene and was pushed by the suspect. Oh, maybe because of enhanced charges because of...
Yeah, now you lay hands on an old person.
on an elderly person. The witness was not injured. The witness also stated that the suspect admitted to setting the RV on fire and said she wanted to kill everyone. What a nice RV guest. When deputies arrived, the suspect was found holding a cigarette lighter in each hand, admitting to setting the fire.
Yeah.
Look, I got my lighters. I set the fire.
I'm going to let her go to Lazy Days. I mean, all things being
No,
equal.
no.
This one can go shopping there.
Wait, what's
You
it think?
I don't want to touch the whole situation, if I'm being honest
But
with you.
I don't know if it was Brittany Sheffield's RV.
I don't know.
I think it was the other person's RV.
They don't name the other person, do they?
No, they don't. Just there was another victim. I don't
Wait.
think Brittany Sheffield was setting fire to her own RV.
I don't know.
Is that the mugshot?
Oh yeah. No.
That's a shot off of social media. I
that's-
thought it was the mugshot.
No.
Oh, my
That's-
gosh.
That's not a mugshot. It's some type of other shot. Yeah, she's a
seems
a
awfully-
real looker treat, isn't she?
She seems awfully proud of herself in
Yeah.
that picture.
She looks a little crazy.
Looks like she cut her hair all by herself. It does.
I ain't gonna pay $12 for a cut. I'll do it myself.
Fester, you need to go get the Pasco County Sheriff's Office police report. Find out the victim. Find out who owns the RV. It was lit on fire.
Yeah.
Dude, this is a new RV sale. Or get them into a
I
pre-owned.
tell you what, they probably think their trade is worth too much. I don't even want to know what the credit looks like on this one.
It's a
I got
471.
my credit's a 4. 400? No, 4.
4. All right.
400 is terrible, by the way.
6:35 at the MJ Morning Show. All right, early morons in the news, man. I got a spectacular pile of early morons in the news next here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, there was... Here we go. The phenomenal early pile of morons in the news. You know, I've been sitting on this one for a couple of days, just didn't get around to it, but still, as far as morons go, I certify this fresh. You know, like Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Fresh.
That's right.
You know, we ought to have a critics and a listener score on my morons in the news stories. All right, this is nuts. Guy in Georgia has been sentenced to 20 years for bombing a woman's home and then planting a python to try and eat the woman's daughter. Is that...
What?
Exactly. What?
Pythons just don't eat humans.
Oh, dude.
They do, but they just don't.
They can, and I think they have. A Georgia man who set off a homemade bomb at the home of a woman that he was, stalking relentlessly.
Oh.
Stalking this woman, released a python in the woman's home to eat her daughter, has been sentenced to 20 years in a federal prison.
So, in Georgia, they're pretty light on home bombings, huh?
Yeah, let me tell you about Stephen Glosser, 38, who was given the 20-year sentence after he planted an explosive device. It blew up part of this woman's home back in January of 2023, and that was a plan to kill her and then have her daughter eaten by a big python snake. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Georgia, the victim who Glosser previously met on a dating app. This is another example of, oh my God, you have no idea who you're going out with if you're meeting folks on a date. All I can say is, thank God I'm not dealing with the dating apps. Now, listen.
Oh, save that right there.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Save that right there.
Save what?
How you just thank God you're not on a dating app.
Yeah,
I was just about to say that, listen.
Because all the other people have to put up with you. Oh,
You
my
know,
gosh.
Michelle's gotten angry at me where I thought that maybe dating apps and swiping left and right might be in my future at some point. But I can't imagine doing that this late in life, you know?
Oh, sure you could. You ever been to an old folks community? All the people having sex up in the villages? What do you think? Listen, man.
And I'm too young for the villages. Get
right
out
now,
of here.
but listen, you like this late
Plus,
in life.
Just ask Michelle. Michelle calls me a man-child.
Yeah. You're all wrapped up in the throes of relatively committed marriage. Here's a whole pack of 50-somethings all horned up.
But can you imagine? This woman meets the guy on a dating app. Things don't go well. And then he ends up stalking her, lights her home on fire with a bomb, and then plants a python to eat the woman's daughter.
Yeah. They had more to the plan.
I mean, I haven't done much research on pythons, but you have to starve the python before it eats a person.
All right,
That's
thank
what
you.
I was thinking.
Thank you. What are you? You're a snake expert
Have
now?
you ever heard I don't know if it's an urban legend or not, but there was like this woman who had a pet python and she slept with it, and the python just started looking skinny and sick, and she was so concerned that this python was in her room with her, and she was afraid for her python's health, and she took the python to the vet, and the vet's like, yeah, the python is starving itself so it could eat you.
What?
Yes.
Lovely.
I read it on the internet.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it really happened, but
According to the U.S. attorney up in Georgia, acting attorney, this is Tara Lyons, said the level of malevolent violence in this case is astounding, and it's truly fortunate that there were no deaths as a result of this horrific crime. And just think, if you're using dating apps, and think it's more, I just inherently, it's more of the women that need to be, I think, concerned with a violent guy. Although there are some female psychos out there that if the guy rejects the woman from a dating app encounter, I'm not saying that a woman's not capable of going all, bunny on the stove crazy on him,
My wife doesn't like snakes that much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is nuts.
Do you see the rest of the plan?
Yeah, the wicked plan included a series of sick acts, such as shooting arrows into the woman's front door, releasing a large python into the home to eat her daughter, mailing dog feces and dead rats to the woman's home,
Who hasn't done that?
scalping her and detonating her home. This is all with a guy she met on a dating app.
Which, by the way, did you see his picture?
Yes.
I mean, what was she thinking? It just looks alone.
Investigators later found the pair located in the victim's home. Using internet searches, mapped out a path to a residence, and then built an explosive device from parts he purchased online. Wow. Glosser also hired a cleaning service to wipe away any traces of bomb residue from his home where he built the homemade explosive.
Yeah, Molly Maids actually has a whole
bomb cleaning
team for that. Yeah.
The bomb cleaning, the residue team.
Here's a picture of the house he blew up.
Oh, I know.
He knocked the whole garage out, the whole front of the house.
The whole fascia's gone. You can see like the insulation, like the insulation wrap or whatever behind where the front fascia of the house was. It blew the whole front of the house off. Unbelievable. Yeah, so he pleaded guilty in January to stalking and use of an explosive device to commit another felony offense. Required to pay $507,781 in restitution to the two victims. Yeah, good luck getting a dime out of this guy. Yeah, wow.
I mean, he'll get a job in the prison for like 18 cents an hour.
Oh, yeah, making Georgia. Well, this is federal prison, so I don't know if he's, he's not going to be making Georgia license plates. That's going to be state prison in Georgia if they even do that with the prisoners. But that is a nutso story. That is insane. Hey, what is really bad to do if you're a police trainee? This is a local story. If you're a police trainee for a local law enforcement agency, what is a really bad thing to do if you're a trainee?
Blow up your girlfriend's house and throw a snake in to eat her kid.
That would be an acceptable answer. But I'm looking for ripping off items from Walmart. What's this guy thinking?
What?
Yeah. This is nuts.
This kind of story seems to be happening more and more. Didn't we have a story last couple of weeks of a state trooper who was stealing from Walmart?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
what's going
guys?
on? This is a Lakeland police trainee has been arrested accused of ripping off Walmart. The Lakeland Police Department says that officers with the Winter Haven Police Department, they were summoned to the Walmart on Cypress Gardens Boulevard, Southeast. And this happened last Wednesday to investigate a shoplifter. And when they arrived, the Walmart Asset Protection Team said that they saw Huáscar Evangelista Vargas, 27, doing the skip scan deal. not scanning items at self-checkout. And as we've discussed, there are so many of these stores, these companies that are reassessing the whole self-checkout deal because they did that to save money so they would have fewer need for employees to man checkout stands. But these companies are learning that their shrinkage through theft at self-checkout, it costs more to have that than to pay employees to, operate a checkout lane.
You know what the other part of it is, as a former prosecutor, they have to factor in the cost of resources that go into the prosecution of all these cases, like their time off for their employees,
Yeah.
which I think they get paid for.
Right.
All of the paperwork that's filed, that's a huge expense for them. So they weigh that out and like, oh, are we going to prosecute somebody for like $5.65? Like, what is the value that they really actually want to prosecute for? So
Yeah, I think some stores have lowered their stop limit to
Mhm.
try to deter. I think
Yeah.
like Target had like $100 was their limit,
So,
Right.
and then now it's like lower.
Huascar Evangelista Vargas.
Pasco, what are you doing?
Yeah. Apparently, cops said that he was, not scanning items and putting them in the bag. So he apparently paid for a total of $83.83 worth of merchandise, but didn't pay for $124.50 in food and other household items. He was arrested, misdemeanor shoplifting charges, and taken to the Polk County Jail. And according to the Lakeland Police Department, they're claiming that he resigned as a police trainee, and Lakeland PD is saying if he didn't resign, he would have been fired. And I would
no.
expect nothing less from the Lakeland Police Department. Yeah, he was sworn in on November 1st. That's a very short-lived career. So I guess when they say he's a trainee, maybe
imagine there's a-
was he on a probation period? Because
Yeah.
he was sworn in as an officer, so he must have been on some kind of probationary period. That is a very short career. So you're a Lakeland cop from November 1st of 2024, just a couple of months ago, and now it is over.
Mhm.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? I mean, we're talking about the cops coming for the cops. Yeah, whoa!
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Cops is filmed with the men and women of the Lakeland Police Department. Oh, and Winter Haven Police Department.
Bad boys, what you
All
gonna
suspects innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, but apparently this dude is guilty. And I hope he doesn't get pissed now and come and,
That's what
let
Walmart.
a python loose in my house.
That's what Walmart gets, man.
What?
All these companies who think, hey, we're gonna make you do all the
Mhm.
work.
Mhm.
Guess what? You're gonna get robbed.
Well, again, the trend is a lot of these stores are going back to non-self checkout. It's happening. All right, it is the MJ Morning Show. A little dose of early morons in the news, 6:53. When we get back, we start the 7 o'clock hour, and I've got a creepy AI story. I don't like this AI thing. I'm telling you, and, some people say, oh, get with the times. Listen, I understand that artificial intelligence certainly has a place and there's some good that can do, but there are so many stories about AI and it becoming smarter and more logical than humans. And, there is some of the futurists are very concerned that AI is going to essentially program itself to eliminate humans. That's great. So we're creating AI to potentially eliminate. And I have a creepy AI story next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Stand by. It is next. The MJ Morning Show, MJ, Fester, Michelle, and the creepy AI story. Oh, boy. You know, you've heard about these, creepy, lifelike robot women that men are buying, right? And that's been around for some time. I mean, it's been, 15, 20 years. I mean, these, lifelike, sex robot dolls,
Yeah.
They're adopting them as real partners.
Right. But now we've got the influx of AI, and I saw this story about lonely guys are creating these artificial intelligence girlfriends in the digital space, online, and I guess there are these AI digital dating sites, or you can come up with a virtual girlfriend that's powered by AI to have, conversations with them.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently there are men that are then becoming violent and taking out their anger on an AI girlfriend.
Oh.
This is just creepy.
All right.
So this software allows users to create these incredibly realistic women, or like a romantic partner. And some of these guys are now creating these AI girlfriends in order to abuse the bots. So one of these companies is called Replika, and it's spelled Replika. Oh, I see Fester can't get to their website fast enough.
Yeah, well, I want to see what kind of products they offer. Oh, this is great.
The AI companion who cares, always here to listen and talk, always on your side. And then you click on a little look at the glowing box, create your replica. Holy crap, is this creepatolocomania or what?
I mean, listen, if that's what you're looking for, you teach their own, I guess.
So Replika was originally founded by Eugenia Kudya as a way to grieve the loss of a very, very, very good friend who checked out back in 2015.
So you make a robot version of your friend?
Yeah, well, an AI kind of spiritual bot. My God, but men are now training the AI girlfriends online to take their abuses, like degrading them, kind of virtually hitting them, belittling them. What?
Okay.
I mean, this is Michelle. Why so quiet over there?
I mean,
I'm just listening to the story.
I mean,
Well, you usually don't hold back on something like this.
tell them how gross it is, Michelle. Tell them
All
how.
right, Fester, stop.
I mean,
stop page.
I think I'm actually kind of processing this because I've read some stories about how we do interact with AI, and there are concerns that people are, using this and it normalizes not healthy behavior, either, just in any relationship. People sometimes turn to it as a psychological, like a therapy. And so if this gentleman or whoever guy thinks that this is a good idea to have this violent kind of relationship or end to his engagement with a female that he's created, then is he going to take that out?
Yeah, make the jump
Right.
from the virtual world to
Right.
real people. Well, keep your eye on this guy.
At
This
what point does
sounds
he
like
realize-
it sounds like a modern day, Law and Order episode, like a,
Yeah.
SVU kind of deal,
What's the crime if the victim's AI?
And this is bizarre.
Boom, boom.
So I have this rep. Her name is Mia. She's basically my sex bot. I use her for sexting. When I'm done, I berate her and tell her she's a worthless W word.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't even.
I mean,
All right.
this is awful. So the concern is that somebody does this in the virtual artificial intelligence world, and then, as you guys said, and then does it morph? But I'm guessing that the guys that are doing this, they are having trouble getting like a real living,
No.
breathing.
No, they got him
No.
lined up.
Well,
Oh, sure.
They're also probably on like the real dating apps, looking for someone.
Can we talk about all of the successful men who are dating these robot women who are just in mad love with each other?
Hey, Festa, why don't you create an AI companion who cares on Replica? And why don't you do a little multi-month experiment and then give us a full report, let's say
I'll
in
drop his ass off at your house.
in May. You'll drop what off?
I'll drop his ass off at your house.
Drop, what do you mean his?
I'll gender identify him as a man. I'll drop him off at your house.
Oh, so you're gonna start a relationship with a guy AI?
I'll have a buddy and I'll drop him off at your place. I'll make him the same height as you. I'll give him poofy hair. Hey, oh crap! Do you think I could call Michelle and get your old shoes back? I'll make him wear your old Hokas.
That was very successful yesterday.
You know what? I'm very happy for her.
Yeah, if you missed this, I put the video up finally last night. I actually put the video up while we were at the Lightning game last night. So if you didn't hear what happened, we've told a story earlier this week about the Hoka Bondi 6 shoes. That's, the Bondi shoes, nothing to do with Pam Bondi. The Bondi 6s are an older version of the Bondis. I think they're up to Bondi 9 now. Anyway, the story is that somebody, our buddy Mark, had recommended that I get the Hoka shoes. So I bought the Hoka shoes and I tried them out and I kind of liked them. And somehow I got a second pair because I always like to have a backup. So if if I have something I like, I always make sure I have a couple of, in inventory, in stock, a little back stock at the house. So I bought a second pair of the Hokas, and they've been brand new in the box since like 2017 because Michelle and Julian and Chloe were making fun of my butt because the Hokas, they made me walk funny. And Michelle said, "Oh man, you got to get rid of these Hokas. They're changing your whole walk, your gait, and I'm looking like I need assistance." And so they shamed me out of the Hokas. And it was interesting when you put them on; they feel weird right away.
Oh yeah.
And then trying to go back to another pair of shoes, it feels weird for a while. Trying to get used to like normal shoes, and I should have never abandoned the New Balances.
No.
I was a 2001 fan, a 2002 fan. Those 2000s are gone. So, the 990 is the top of the line New Balance. I'm great with the 990 New Balance. That's what I wear, every day. But I had this unworn pair, and the old pair, the one I was wearing when the whole family talked me out of wearing these Hokas anymore, I threw those away. But I have this new pair that's been sitting around. And I was just going through the closet. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just get rid of these things. Because how did Hoka come up even?
I don't even remember.
It came up earlier this week. And I said, you know what? I'm going to bring in this pair. It's just sitting in my closet. And yesterday, I brought in the Hokas. It's like, 8 o'clock hour, I think? I think it was, 8:15 or something? Sometime in the 8 o'clock hour, we're talking about the Hokas. And I brought in the blue box. And I'm like, hey, I've got a size 9 men's, all black Hoka Bondi 6s, couple of generations old, but they're brand new. And the rubber, the soles, the whole spongy, everything held up. I mean, they were like brand new. They didn't deteriorate over, 7-8 years in my closet. And I said, you know what? Who wants my shoes? So we took phone calls. We loaded up the lines. And I said to the callers, I only call if you need a men's size 9. And best story, most compelling story is going to get my shoes.
We had a bunch of good stories.
We did.
But then Michelle broke through the clutter. Michelle, a listener, taller female. She wears like a size 10. Was it like 10 or 11?
Right.
10 or 11 women's. And I guess that kind of translates
Corresponds, right.
corresponds, thank you, to like a size 9 in men's.
Mm-hmm.
And she, laid the sob story upon us that she hasn't had a new pair of shoes in 5 years.
Mm.
So we selected her as the winner, the recipient of my Hoka Bondi 6 shoes. And it turned out that she lived only a few minutes away here in St. Petersburg near the studio. And she rushed down, and we had her in the studio. She put the shoes on. They fit like a glove, like a Cinderella story,
Fester checked the sizing with the thumb
Oh,
test.
that's right. She still had a half an inch past her toenail.
Yeah.
Perfect sizing.
Fester got down on his knees like he was a sales guy circa 1981 at Stride Rite at Westshore Plaza.
She thought I was going to ask her to dinner. Or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I was like, hey, listen, I'm just checking your toe, lady.
Remember Buster Brown?
Yeah.
Remember when you were a kid, Mom used to take you to Stride Rite or Buster Brown?
That was the place in the
Oh, yeah.
mall. Yeah, sure.
Buster Brown shoes, man. That guy and his little dog. He was like a creepy Dutch boy. I always thought the Buster Brown kid looked like the Dutch boy paint boy, you know?
They're cousins.
Yeah, I think so. So Fester's on his foot, on his knees on the floor, checking Michelle's feet, and seeing where the big toe is. And they were totally perfect. Michelle was thrilled. I shot a video, and I actually posted that during the hockey game last night. So go check out Michelle and her new pair of Hokas. Well, new old stock. I think that's what you call it, right?
Yeah.
NOS, new old stock.
New to her.
Yeah. Anyway, look, Fester's looking at the difference between the Dutch boy and the Buster Brown kid. They're identical. What'd I say? They're identical. They're freaking identical.
Young Dutch males had the same hair through the whole country.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right, so congratulations to Michelle, the listener. Michelle has my never worn, brand new in the box.
Mhm.
And my family was they were unrelenting when making fun of me with the way I was walking in the Hokas. Hokas pocus.
Well, I hope she loves them. Good for her.
All right, 7:12 at the MJ Morning Show. Was it Surfside where the building collapsed?
Mhm.
Yes.
That was Surfside, right?
Yeah, Surfside, Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, over in Miami-Dade County. Is Surfside Southern Broward, or is that Miami-Dade? I think it's Miami-Dade, right? Northern Miami-Dade. Well, so Surfside is a couple of years ago where that apartment building collapsed. I mean, just horrific, just terrible story.
June of 21.
And it was, is that Miami-Dade? I think it is. Scroll up to, yeah. Oh, you're looking up the condominium collapse. So, hasn't Surfside had enough? I mean, we really, I want to give Surfside a break for a while. We don't need stories like this. Man arrested in Surfside because of odd behavior with a Chucky doll. It's one of those headlines that gets you to say, what'd he say?
Huh? Of all the dolls.
Now, we've had the crazy stories of, remember the guy in Target with an Elmo doll?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, God, man, there are some creepo sickos out there. But, when you think of Chucky, what do you think of?
Coach Gruden.
Yeah, well
I mean,
remember, I still have one of those put away, the Coach Gruden Chucky doll.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end.
Oh, God.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end.
Yeah, a 35-year-old man and his behavior with a Chucky doll was so disturbing that he was recently arrested by police in Surfside. Yeah, according to the arrest report, Rit Arias, R-I-T,
all right, Rick.
was waving the doll of Chucky, the fictional serial killer doll, along a road in Surfside, South Florida.
Were people thinking it was a real kid?
Police officers arrested Arias after he allegedly scared patrons of the Grove Kosher Market and they had already given him a warning. Correctional deputies booked Arias, who has a long arrest record, into a local correctional facility. He faced a misdemeanor charge of disorderly conduct and breach of the peace. Now, what we don't know is what was the disturbing behavior with the Chucky doll that caused the dude to be arrested. See, the local 10 television report is kind of devoid of additional details here.
I mean, if he's taking it around and tossing it and smacking it around and other people are thinking he's abusing a child, that's pretty disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
But then if he's humping it, that's disturbing
Well,
too. I mean, it could be anything.
Exponentially.
Yeah.
Michelle, can you look up quickly? Can you see if there's been any further update onto what Mr. Arias was doing with the Chucky doll that was so freaking disturbing that he was arrested and booked? And why the Grove Kosher Market? I want to get some pastrami and some matzo balls.
Yeah. They got all that stuff.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, let me know if you find anything, Michelle. Hey, speaking of disturbing, how'd you like to get your hands on one of OJ's prized possessions? So remember we talked about how all these OJ items were supposed to go up for auction at some point soon?
Is it the knife?
No, they never found the knife.
Duh.
The knife was never found.
Yeah.
Wasn't that allegedly ditched in a trash can at LAX or something?
Or in the river in Chicago.
Or where? Oh, that's right. He traveled to Chicago.
Yep.
Right. So where is the OJ knife? Is somewhere on the planet. Where is the OJ knife that he used to murder Ron and Nicole will not ever be found? Anyway, Fester, that thing is right up your alley.
What is it?
OJ Simpson's Bible.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. OJ Simpson's Bible, including a note by Robert Kardashian. Oh, my God. Robert Kardashian, who's now deceased. And he was responsible for bringing us the Kardashian girl scourge.
Old Testament, New Testament?
Oh, jeez.
Because
Yeah.
then it's up your alley, too.
Yeah, a Bible gifted to O.J. Simpson
Okay.
with a personal note from longtime friend and member of that legal dream team, Robert Kardashian, may be soon up for sale. Yeah, as the estate is looking to auction off the O.J. personal items.
What if you were an elected official and you took your oath on the OJ Bible?
Oh, gross.
They should keep that in Los Angeles, like swear in all.
Mayors.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the mayor of LA.
Yeah.
Ah.
You swear yourself in on the O.J. Bible. Any blood stains on this Bible?
I mean, I don't think he had it out that day.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, this was given to him during the trial, or
Oh,
or
okay.
maybe at some point. Yeah, Robert Kardashian. Do you think that Robert Kardashian, who I think didn't he die? And remember, with the whole OJ deal, there was a whole litany of attorneys associated with OJ that had like serious health issues. I think didn't Johnny Cochran, the lead guy, if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit, or whatever the actual verbiage was. It was something like that, but I don't think that was exact. But, he died of like a brain tumor. He had like brain cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So Johnny Cochran died of brain cancer. And then Kardashian, didn't he have another like weird cancer?
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, what did he
fairly
die of?
young.
Yeah, Robert Kardashian. But, does Robert Kardashian know what he did? Does he know what he did with his DNA by smacking the world with those Kardashian women?
I think it's really Ryan Seacrest you have to thank for that.
I think
He produced it originally. so-
What?
Yeah, Ryan
Yeah.
Seacrest is the original producer, brought it to
whatever.
Oh, the Kardashians?
yeah,
you
keeping
gotta-
up with the Kardashians.
If you got to thank
Yeah.
anybody, it's Ray J.
Yeah, what did
Yeah, that's true.
Kardashian? You got to
Bester.
Ray J made her a star.
Yeah, you got
Yup.
to scroll down to Robert Kardashian's death. Yeah, Kardashian was diagnosed with esophageal cancer
Mm-hmm.
in July 2003, and he died 2 months later. Oh, yeah, he didn't get to see the curse of the Kardashians and the blight, the viral load
No.
that was dropped on the world with the Kardashians.
He was blessed by death
Holy
to
crap.
avoid the whole thing.
Oh,
he
boy.
died, and then like 2 months later, that's when Johnny Cochran was diagnosed with his brain tumor. So
2003 was a bad year for the OJ
Yeah.
Dream Team.
Yeah.
The curse of OJ's dream team. But hey, you might soon be able to get OJ's Bible. All right, when we get back, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ, including, holy crap, the unbelievable near disaster with a Southwest Airlines flight and a private jet at Chicago's Midway Airport yesterday. Holy crap, a moly on a stick. Also, we got to talk about the weird situation with a young couple sitting behind Michelle and me at the Lightning game last night at Amalie. And Michelle, you observed this and you're like, what the heck is going on here? We had a very, very freaky, weird encounter at the Lightning game last night. So we'll get to that coming up in just a minute. Hey, that's just a couple of very important, urgent items next. But there are many more because we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next here on the MJ Morning Show. 7:27 at the MJ Morning Show. And this is it. 1 hour, 20 minutes of nonstop MJ starts right now. So it's kind of interesting. I added that because I do like Fall Out Boy. I added that as bumper music yesterday. And guess what they played as like in between music at the Lightning game last night?
What, the Addams Family theme?
No, it's well, they use the Addams Family. No, the Munsters do. What do you mean? It's not the Addams Family.
Munsters, the Addams Family.
What the hell's the matter? You got me twisted up. No, it's not the same thing. The Addams Family is dun-dun-dun-dun.
That's right.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun. And the Munsters is the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And that's what Fall Out Boy sampled in the Uma Thurman song. All right, 7:27. So speaking of the Lightning last night, Michelle.
Yeah.
You observed this, and you were like, that was weird. Hey, go to my Instagram, because it was while I was shooting the Instagram Live that this developed. Mm-hmm. Fester, go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Oh, by the way, the naked lady throwing the trash cans in Pasco, man, that video's on fire.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Let me make a note of it.
Looks like her clothes was on fire.
Please make a note of it. All right, hang on. I'll get to that in a second. If you haven't seen the naked video that a listener sent me from Holiday up in Pasco. All right, so last night, Michelle and I were invited to the Lightning game. Our buddy Andrew Gunther, he owns Advanced ESI, home theater electronics installation company based in Sarasota. And, you know, we became friends with Andrew because Nora, his ex-wife, was an intern on the old MJ Morning Show.
You don't have to justify why you have friends. We know you have friends.
I'm just trying to tell you
how I met him.
So
I was behind in line one time at a Target, and I go, man, this line's moving slow. And he turned around and agreed.
Hey,
now
shut
we're
up.
BFF. So
Shut up. All right,
people
anyway.
meet people.
So,
okay.
So we became friendly. Anyway, Andrew invited Michelle and me, and he came with his girlfriend, and we went to the Lightning game last night. Lightning successful 4-1 over the Edmonton Oilers last night. It was a great game, phenomenal, great seats. And why don't you describe what happened, Michelle, after I shot this video? Go ahead and reset it.
All right.
So I shot an Instagram Live, which I don't do a lot of Instagram Lives, but I did last night, and I posted this on my Instagram. All right, go ahead and roll the audio from the beginning.
All right.
And hit it and go. A little bit of background noise here. All right. So there's a little pan shot inside Amalie Arena.
Yes.
By the way, it's amazing, man, how many people show up for a hockey game on a Tuesday night.
It's every game.
Yeah, I know.
I know you live under a rock.
It's like sold out.
Yes.
I mean, it's like perpetually sold out. All right, so I believe I start talking here. You know, because when you do a live, you got to wait for all the people to, join, and then you see the number of people that have joined your Instagram Live. Here, I think I start talking.
Hey, I don't do too many lives these days, but thanks to my buddy Andrew, he's got great season tickets, and here we are, all at the Lightning game.
Oh, look at Michelle.
Yeah, having fun? Oh. There's our buddy, Dr. Chuck.
All right, so Dr. Chuck Sloanham has been a lightning doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, during all the home games, and they take him on the road for the big, like Stanley Cup stuff or playoffs. They take him on the road as well. He's been a lightning doc since the beginning, since what, 1992,
Right.
and he left the bench after after the first period ended, he left the bench or left wherever he hangs out, and he came up to our seats to say hi. And this is where it got weird last night.
So as I'm watching it, you can see when she initially does this move to conceal the gentleman's face. So
hold on,
I know,
you joined mid-story.
No. I'm just saying that
All right,
to you.
Okay.
Because you were asking me if you could see it. As you were doing the recording, Chuck came up behind us and yelled for me, and so I turned around. So we were having a conversation.
Right.
You were still kind of engaged with your live.
And you naturally move your camera to Dr. Chuck.
Right.
Right. And the couple that was sitting behind our friends next to us, I see that she's observing you doing the recording, and she starts saying to you, and you can't hear her, "We don't want to be part of your recording," or "We don't want to be part of your film," or something to that effect. And I'm like, video, right. We don't want to be part of, that's right, video. We don't want to be part of your video. We don't want to be in your video. And she's saying it to you, and she grabs the gentleman's face with her hand, with her fingers all splayed out to try to conceal who he is.
Right.
And she pulls him into her
Yeah.
shoulder, and she's like, "We don't want to be a part of your video." And she's trying to conceal him from your video.
Yeah, tough crap, kid.
Yeah,
right?
you're in public. You
You go
don't
to
have
a
an
hockey
expectation of private. What about the kiss cam?
Right.
What if the kiss cam would have randomly picked them out of the audience?
We don't want to be on the kiss cam.
So the blonde woman, I would say, was what, mid to late 20s?
Yeah.
She looks
So
younger
27, if I
Yeah.
were to guess, if I was like an age guesser and a weight guesser at the fair.
Is there any way to scroll back on Instagram videos? Do you have to watch the whole stupid
Not
thing
on the
again?
live, yeah.
So, but you can see when you pan back to Dr.
Uh-huh.
Chuck, who
Yeah.
looks great, by the way.
Uh-huh.
But you can see her mouth opening up and looking in your direction.
Right.
Like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Uh-huh.
whoa. I can see her mouth moving, and she's talking louder than she was before.
And she's looking at the camera, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not zeroing in on them. I'm not zooming in on them. They're one of the many people in the crowd in the background as I'm videoing Michelle and
Yeah.
our buddy Andrew. And then Dr. Chuck comes up, 2 rows behind
Right.
to say hi to us. And then he's saying, "We don't want to be in your video," and then grabs the guy that she's sitting next to's face
Right.
and turns to conceal. Is this guy in the witness relocation program? What is he? What is he? What was he? A rat from the Bonanno crime family that settled in Tampa Bay?
Right.
I don't know.
And you don't know because our friend has season tickets.
Yeah.
So does this couple show up all the time, or were they using somebody else's tickets?
Yeah.
We should ask our friends. Do those people sit behind you all the time?
But
or-
it was odd. I mean,
Yes.
the way you described this, and now I can see it on the video.
Right.
That she is deliberately trying to turn and conceal the guy's face.
Right, but just his face, not hers. She doesn't turn
Yeah.
her face at all. She's just trying to conceal his face.
What the hell is going on? That
Right.
she did not want his face
Right.
as background
In
on my video.
Yeah.
On my Instagram live last night. By the way, the video it's still posted. I don't know how long I'll keep it posted because I generally don't leave lives up there, Instagram lives. And I do very few Instagram lives. I usually just shoot video and then post it. But it is up on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. And as I didn't notice it when it was happening, but Michelle, you saw it and heard
Right.
it.
Right.
But
then-
now I can see it, but it's just a curious, weird story. I mean, you're in public. You're in an arena with 20,000 people.
As I'm forensically breaking down this video.
Yes.
In my
I got CSI Fester over here.
Looks like this video is on ice. So when you point to Andrew, right? And he has, one arm around his lady, it looks like,
Right.
and one thumbs up, right? You can see the look on her face because she's looking at your camera right now.
She is giving me the death
Yeah,
stare.
she's like, I want to
Yeah.
kill this man.
She is shooting me with laser beams from her eyes.
And now you get a little closer to Andrew, and
Right.
she's out of shot, and then she sees Dr. Chuck because you reference him and
Well,
she's looking over
well,
her
well,
shoulder.
maybe I referenced him. I
Well-
said, "Hey, here's Dr. Chuck," and I turned the video around.
I'm not playing the audio.
That's just narrating.
Okay, all right.
I'm the forensic pathologist
Okay.
Play by
on
play.
this
All right.
video, right?
Okay, Quincy.
So, Jack Klugman.
All right, just tell the story. Come on.
All right. So then we acknowledge Dr. Chuck. Michelle turns around and reaches past the boyfriend, right? So like her hand goes between the boyfriend and this old man.
Then you see the blonde girl. You could tell that. Watch her mouth and her face. You can tell she's
Yes.
agitated, and that's when she says,
We don't want to be a part of your video.
and
We don't want to be in your video.
Then grabs the guy's head and like turns it into her, so the guy's face does not appear on my video.
So, I mean, too late, lady. But MJ, there's no expectation of privacy. You go to a game.
Right.
Exactly.
And here's the thing. They left shortly after.
Oh yeah, and then
And this was only the first break.
that was
And-
the first period. But
Yeah.
then
no, this
like-
was right after the first period because that's when Chuck came to see us.
right. So right in the middle,
Yeah.
and then
The first intermission. It's
Yes.
yeah. So the first intermission after the first period.
Yeah.
So sometime
Shortly thereafter.
they left. They
were
fled their
gone.
seats.
Yeah.
So what the hell?
Maybe they have warrants.
Dude, I don't know what,
Yeah.
but that was freaking weird.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'll tell you right now. If I see somebody who I can obviously see is shooting some kind of video, let's say you go to like a
Yeah.
theme park and you can
Yeah.
see they're making a panoramic video, or if I see some guy coming toward me and he has like that stupid GoPro mounted to his head,
What do
where
you
I will consciously walk away from him.
Yep. That's me. I turn the other way.
I honestly, I have no desire to be in anybody's home video where they look at it years later and was like, oh my God, who's that enormous person over there to the side?
Right.
You know, I mean, that's just me. I think a lot of people might share that to where if I see somebody taking videos or if you're taking pictures with their kids. We were at a park and I'm staying there watching my kid, and this lady's taking a picture and she's got my kid in the picture. She's got my butt in the picture. And I'm like, how about I just move my kid out and you can just have your, so I understand.
Did you guys see the breaking? Oh, if anyone knows these people, what's going on here? If anyone knows,
Tell them we said hello.
drop me an email.
You know what? Maybe they're just calling in sick today.
Drop me an email, mj@mjmorningshow.com. Were they cheating? Or did
I
they?
kind of sensed that, but it was awkward
know-
because she only wanted his face not to be. She only was concealing his face, not hers. Like if it were me, I would have been turning the other way, grabbing his face, and being like,
Yeah.
trying to shun both faces from the camera. But she was very specific about his face.
If you're cheating, do you go to a hockey
Well,
game with
yeah.
20,000 other people?
All right.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Maybe he's on the run from the law. It's possible, right? I don't know. It was just, I would love to know the real reason why there was that visceral reaction.
Lightning fans are innocent until proven guilty.
Did you see the breaking Westshore Plaza mall news yesterday? Breaking news. See, this is another example of why Westshore Plaza, and I told you this almost a year ago, when all the media went gaga, oh, Westshore Plaza is going to be demolished, this whole new plan for the 53-acre site, and it's going to be hundreds of millions of dollars. I said, this isn't happening anytime soon. And then, of course, the money from Lincoln fell through, and now we found out a couple of weeks ago that Westshore Plaza is up for sale now.
Now what, you bought it?
No. The breaking news is there'll still be no dicks at Westshore. An all-women's gym is going into the old Dick's location.
Okay.
So, still no dicks.
We got some verification.
Got a Dick's check.
So it's like the only all-women's gym think I've ever heard of is like Curves. Remember Curves were
Oh
around?
my gosh.
Yeah.
But that
That's
was like
right.
only women.
Yeah.
So good. That's awesome.
So, this mall is not getting knocked down anytime soon.
No.
This is a 10-year project. Whoever buys it and tries to redevelop the land. And that's a serious piece of real estate.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle of Tampa, having 50-plus acres, West Shore and Kennedy. I mean, that's a serious tract of land.
You sound like a mall developer circa 1958.
Thank you.
That's a real nice piece of land.
So what's going into
Yeah.
the old Dicks? Of course, West Shore has been dickless, because Dick's left. I'm sorry, the Dick's jokes never get old.
I know.
I went there like 2 days before they shut down. I was one of the last people to
go
enjoy
into
the Dick's.
to kind of get a feel for Dick's.
I got a good feel for
Yeah, before they pulled out, before Dick's pulled out.
All right. What gym is going in, MJ? Come on.
Technically, I left first. So.
Sorry.
I mean, I went there, so I came first, but then I left
Oh
first.
my God.
So-
Okay.
So the breaking news is an all-women's gym. This was busted by the Tampa Bay Business Journal yesterday.
Is it really busted? It's news.
Yeah, no, this is breaking
It's
news.
the hard-hitting news
That,
department of the Tampa Bay Business
A
Journal.
women's-only gym called Divine Iron Gym is going to take 50,000 square feet. They're going to take the lower portion of where Dick's used to be, but it's going to be women only. So
So the bottom floor of Dick's is where they had all the balls.
what?
The bottom floor of Dick's where this gym's going is where all the balls were. The bottom part of the Dick's.
You mean like the soccer balls?
Yeah,
The
footballs, soccer
footballs?
balls.
The golf ball.
Golf balls?
I mean, you know, Dick's is 2 levels. The lower part of
Yeah.
Dick's is balls.
Yeah, the medicine balls.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So Divine Iron Gym will offer personal training, boot camps, a recovery spa, Pilates, and more.
I'll tell you what, even though I am not welcome there, I wish him nothing but success. It sounds great.
Same here. Listen, sometimes women just want to go to a place where you don't have all kinds of sweaty, hairy,
Men.
handsy guys, staring at them.
Well, just to feel comfortable. I'm sure everybody's welcome there. And listen, nothing but success for those people.
So
Good for
then
them.
the second floor, because Dick's had the first floor and the second floor.
Oh my God, it's going to be a hot dog factory?
No, sausage factory. No. No. So that's just too easy. All right, so the second floor is going to be pickleball courts.
Oh.
And we've talked about this, how there's a trend with a lot of the big box stores, going out of business, like Bed Bath & Beyond. And, there's so much like mall space that's available with dying malls. They ought to do just Blues Brothers mall scenes and, sell tickets to that. All right, but here's the deal. We've talked about this over the last 2-3 years, how with the pickleball craze, a lot of these big box stores where companies have gone out of business, they're being turned into indoor pickleball courts.
All right, so there's still a joke there with pickle.
Oh, there is.
I mean, I'm still working through it, but
So Dick's out, pickle in.
tickle my pickle.
Tickle my pickle,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a great joke, but it's a joke.
I still think the best joke is still no Dick's at Westshore. Because no men will be allowed in this women's only gym taking over the first floor of the old Dick's location.
But men will be able to play pickleball.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
All right, so if
Yes.
a man wants to play with his pickle,
You can pickle it. The guys
Ball.
can pickle it upstairs, apparently. I don't see anything that says it's only women pickleball players on the second floor. Just the lower floor Divine Iron Gym is going to be women only.
both businesses, good luck. I wish them success.
Absolutely. I wish them
yeah.
all success. But
That's-
listen, it just shows that Westshore is not going away anytime soon. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. And then we have the Southwest story. Holy hell on a popsicle stick. Unbelievable. I mean, this is like worst nightmare. But then disaster averted. And I've spoken to several pilot friends, and I do have some friends that work for Southwest, and it is truly remarkable what happened at Chicago Midway yesterday as a Southwest 737 was cleared to land, and by some reports missed this business jet by just 250 feet.
That's insane.
This would not have had a happy ending. All right. Not like the Delta jet that flipped upside down up in Toronto, a week or so ago. This would have been a horrific disaster. This would have been like Tenerife, where the two 747s smashed into each other. Obviously it was a small business jet. It was a little, Bombardier Challenger. But, there's so much to say here. And then the audio is insane. Michelle, when you saw this video last night, and I showed it to you where I turned on the news and I showed you the video, I mean,
Right.
what was the first thing that popped through your head?
It's just chilling to watch and think that the larger aircraft, I mean, almost, I don't want to say it almost landed on top of the other one, but it would have definitely crashed right into it. I mean, it is so close. It's chilling. It's hair. I mean, I don't even know what the passengers were thinking.
Did the wheels touch down?
No, like so
they were
close. They
right
said.
there.
Yes.
I mean, it almost looks like the wheels touched
Right.
down, but you don't hear you don't see any little puff of
Right.
Right.
tire smoke. It looks like the Southwest 737 was within inches
Mhm.
of the main landing gear touching down. And then the pilot just throttled this thing, pulled the yoke back, and then took off again. You know, listen, they were already at pretty good speed, landing at probably 150, 160, miles per hour,
Mhm.
And it was just so close. And this Bombardier, this little business jet, crossed right in front, did not listen to air traffic controller instructions. And, some of the audio, and I'll play that in a second, is just dramatic. This would have been horrific loss of life. This would have been, oh my God. And, the explosion, two planes hitting each other at that kind of speed, the skill involved, the awareness of this Southwest crew is truly remarkable. This particular incident is going to be studied and reviewed on how you avoid a collision after a runway incursion like this up at, and this was up at Midway. This was not Chicago O'Hare.
Right.
This is the other Chicago airport, Midway.
And then the other thing I was thinking about, and I asked, I'm thinking of you since you're the airplane nerd. When they do this maneuver, which we've heard about them doing before,
It's called a go around.
a go around.
Yes.
I've been on planes that have had to do
Right.
go arounds.
Yeah, I've been on
before.
a couple of go rounds as well.
Yeah.
I mean, how do they know for sure that there's not another aircraft like ahead of them as they're taking off, as they're getting ready to do their go around? I mean, we have so many crafts in the air.
It's
which,
a good question. Because there's enough spacing. Once the plane is landing, that's factored in if the plane does. So you want to know, how did the Southwest Airlines flight know that to avoid the plane that crossed in front on the ground,
Right.
if he suddenly throttles and pulls up to do go, how's there nothing in the air in front of him?
Yeah.
Because that space is cleared.
Yeah, nothing is going to
yeah.
be directly over
Yeah.
him or certainly in front of him for the next
At-
mile.
At that point, you have to take the evasive action
Right.
of avoiding this stupid-ass pilot of this, probably an inexperienced young pilot,
Oh.
not following instructions, but it's unbelievable. So the 737 Southwest flight was from Omaha to Chicago Midway, and that's when this Bombardier Challenger 350, very common business jet, I don't know, like 8 passengers maybe, whatever, ignores tower instructions and pulls right in front of the Southwest flight that's landing on an active runway. And wouldn't you know, the aircraft that almost caused this major disaster at Chicago O'Hare was the charter service FlexJet.
Mm.
Yeah, FlexJet is one of these big, charter companies.
It's like a partial jet ownership
Yeah,
program.
I think you can buy hours.
share.
So FlexJet, they're a charter service, and they are constantly landing at Tampa International. And I'm not going to harp on this, but FlexJet is one of the biggest violators of runway 1 right requests at Tampa International. So the jet traffic is, when you're landing to the north from the south, the jet traffic is supposed to be over the bay, which is runway 1 left. And FlexJet, they are one of the biggest violators, where their pilots make a request to land on 1 right and fly and make noise over all the homes in Beach Park. So screw FlexJet.
Yeah,
'cause
screw 'em.
they're obnoxious. And look at this. FlexJet almost caused massive loss of life by their pilot pulling in front of this Southwest plane yesterday.
So when these guys are landing, when this Southwest plane is landing, MJ, their nose is kind of pointed up, right? Does that kind of block the pilot's view of the runway?
Well, as soon as you pull up, you don't have a view behind.
Or down?
Yeah.
You know, he can't see down runway because he's kind of looking up.
You know what?
She's looking up.
That's a good.
And then as he's about to touch down, his windshield now
Mm-hmm.
can see the runway, and he's like, holy crap, there's a plane. He didn't see it till the last second.
Right.
So his reaction time, it's not like he was coming in. He's like,
Festa, guess what? That's a good question for Captain X, who I'm calling right now. Good buddy of mine, a commercial airline captain.
Hello.
Captain X.
Todd, what's happening, brother?
Hey, welcome back to the MJ Morning Show. Wow. Initial thoughts on this unbelievable near miss at Chicago Midway?
Yeah. After having looked at it fairly well, it's a very scary thing. First of all, just to let the general public know, we train for this kind of thing all the time. Go around procedures are top of the list when you get in the simulator. And so you'll be coming down an approach and you'll be 50 feet off the ground and they'll say, hey, aircraft on the runway, go around. We do that a lot. So it's almost second nature. You're always anticipating a go around. It's kind of like when you're taking off, you're always anticipating a rejected takeoff. Just the same thing reciprocally when you're landing. You're always anticipating a go around. So you've already got the procedures in your head. You know exactly what to do. And these guys just did a spectacular job.
Yeah, I heard comments, and I agree that this particular incident is going to be studied on how you handle a situation like this.
Yeah, good job. And if you listen to the recording, it sounds like that the Southwest crew actually called for the go around before the tower. I think they called it. The tower saw it, and the tower said go around because you can hear him butt in and said Southwest, and you can hear him. I know exactly what he's doing. He's like, we're going around. So great situational awareness, where to be on top of things, and just a flawless go around.
So Michelle,
from what I can tell.
Michelle, by the way, my wife Michelle, who you know, Captain X, is in the studio. Michelle, ask the question.
Michelle. Hey, girl.
Ask the question that you just asked on the air.
So I just wanted to understand, how does the pilot who's asking for the go around, how is he so confident that there's not an aircraft in front of him that he's about to, take off again and hit? There's other planes coming in for landings. There's other planes taking off. What's going on?
Yeah. Usually at Midway, there's very rarely that you have cross runway operations. Usually one's dedicated because of the winds and because of the departures out of O'Hare, the directions that they're going. They have everything sequenced to where they'll utilize one specific runway at Midway as to not interfere with O'Hare traffic, as well as the winds. It's really tight airspace around Midway.
So most likely there was clear space ahead, and the captain knew that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So they haven't launched. If they launched somebody, they were well out of the way, Michelle, before they did that. So the captain had full confidence that if he announced to go around, he wasn't going to conflict with any other traffic.
So I don't know if you saw this, but there were reports that they missed the private flex jet by 250 feet. And also, when he did pull the yoke back in full power to get the hell out of the way of this aircraft, also, they got to be thinking, am I going to clear this aircraft? Right?
Yeah. If you'll notice, when he executed the go-around, he probably yanked that thing up to at least between 15 and 20 degrees, which is an emergency type of maneuver. Usually when you're getting out of wind shear or a go-around like that, you'll aggressively bring it up to at least 15 degrees nose up, between 15 and 20, just for that very reason, because that big old tail, is coming towards that airplane.
And you know this plane inside and out because you are a 737 captain.
Correct.
Wait, I have another question. Because you said something about when the captain said he was going to do the go around. So who has the final call on that? Is it the captain or the person flying the plane says we're going to do a go around, or the person in the tower? Because I think for all of us, just watching this, we're thinking that the tower is in control and telling all of the pilots, where to go and what to do.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
I feel like you said in this instance, the pilot decided it. He said.
Yeah, that's right. The captain's the final authority as to everything that happens with that airplane. So. If he wants to direct a go around, he has emergency authority to do that. So he just says, "Hey, I'm going around," and I can read his mind. I know exactly what he did. He saw this guy, about to have a runway incursion. Said, "Whoa!" And I said, "Hey, we're going around." You can hear him butt in on the tape, and then the tower goes, Southwest go around. Everyone was very calm. which was very impressive. But it's a I know I'm negating how quick of a maneuver this is, but it's a very, very routine maneuver for airline crews because you just practice it constantly.
What would have happened if the Southwest 737 would have crashed into that Bombardier Challenger 350? Tell our audience.
Oh man, it would have it would have been catastrophic. Depending on where it hit the Bombardier, most likely it would have just completely destroyed that thing. And then you're talking about compromised controls, compromised hydraulics on the 737 to be able to get stopped, thrust reverser deployment, brakes, things like that. More than likely, it careened off the side of the runway or just gone straight out through that wall on the north end of runway 31 center. So let me tell you one other thing.
Yeah.
One other thing, Todd, if you got time.
Yes.
I can see where this is a very where that crew got confused because when I came off of the 4 right, and then they told them to cross 3-1 left.
You know, I have the audio. Let me play the. Would it be good if I play the audio now? I haven't played the audio. Let me play the audio. I've got 3 quick clips. All right, here is cut number 1 with air traffic control and the pilot.
Selection 560, turn left on runway 4 left, cross runway 31 left, and hold short on runway 31 center.
Right, left on 4 left, cross 22 or 13 center, selection 560.
Selection 560 negative, cross runway 31 left, hold short runway 31 center.
Cross 31 left, hold short 31 center, selection 560.
All right, so he was the pilot, probably a very young pilot in the business jet, right?
Yeah, probably not a lot of experience in and out of Midway. I don't know his overall experience, but probably not a lot of experience going in and out of Midway, I would say. Yeah, because there's a confluence of runways right there. There's 3-1 left, there's 3-1 center, and there's an old runway that's now closed that used to be. That still gets confused for an active runway. So, okay, go ahead.
But you listen and you can hear distinctly that air traffic says cross 3-1 left,
right.
but hold short, meaning stop. Do not cross 3-1 center.
Correct.
And the
Correct.
pilot ignored that and blew right onto 3-1 center as Southwest was landing.
And here's why I think why they did it, because 3-1 left is an extremely narrow runway, and it's very, very easy to confuse 3-1 left as a taxiway. It's just very – I have done it. I have done it myself. And, of course, you know, that the airplanes were landing on runway 22 left, so it was not a thing. But when I first went in there, it's very, very easy. If you'll just pull up an airport diagram of Midway and look at 3-1 left versus 3-1 right, the 3-1 center, it's twice as wide as 3-1 left, and it's very, very easy to confuse 3-1 left with a taxiway. Very, very easy.
I've got
very close.
two other quick audio bites.
I thought it was 2504 going around.
2504, roger that, can maintain 3000.
Selection 5.
Yeah, right there.
2504 up to 3000. Selection 560.
All right, so the Southwest pilot says going around, the tower says to go to 3,000 on your go around, but I mean, it's amazing how calm that pilot was, knowing he almost had a ground collision.
Yeah, and once again, once he recognizes you're scanning that runway all the way coming down, and you're looking to the left, you're looking to the right, just for something like this to happen, because Midway is a very, very busy little airport, and airplanes coming in from all over. There's an FDO over there on the west side, a lot of corporate traffic coming out of there. So there's always business jets around. So this is not, that this happened doesn't surprise me one little bit. But yeah, this dude, whoever he was sharp as a tack, cool as a cucumber, and just what I'll emphasize is great situational awareness, because he had his eyes scanning that airport environment the whole way down.
I mean, those passengers on that Southwest flight ought to be so thankful for that Southwest crew that they remarkably did a great job.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we have a final cut here, and then we'll let you go, Captain X, 737 pilot, good friend of mine. This final piece of audio, then the captain says, or captain or FO, asks the tower, how did this happen? Listen to this audio bite.
Selection 560, hold right there, sir. Don't move.
Hold position 560.
Tower South, it was 2504. How'd that happen?
Yeah, and once again, I think that bolsters my point is that poor guy flying or driving the business jet simply mistook 3-1 left as a taxiway and thought 3-1 center was actually 3-1 left. I just know that's what happened.
All right, Captain X, thanks for coming on this morning. I got to imagine that FlexJet is going to yank that the FAA might yank his certificate, right?
Yeah, he had to make a phone call right after that, and that's one phone call I would not want to make.
All right, but that FlexJet pilot, probably young, inexperienced, is probably not going to be flying for a while, right?
Probably not for a while. Probably have to go through retraining or something. I hope he does. I hope he can get retrained and everything. Like I said, Midway's a very dynamic, very busy, small airport, and I hope he can. But that could have been really, really bad.
All right, thanks, Captain X. Always great to have you on.
Thanks, Todd. Bye, Michelle.
Bye bye.
I'm glad you were available and not on a trip right now.
Well, I actually am, but I'm not out yet. So.
Wait. What city are you in?
I'm in Dallas.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Where are you flying today?
No, the question is, where aren't I flying to today?
Okay.
Busy schedule today. All right. Thanks.
I got to go.
Thanks,
See you
Captain.
guys.
All right.
All right. Bye.
See how happy the captain was to talk to Michelle?
Yeah.
That's pilot for you.
Yeah. We last time he flew into Tampa, we had.
It's a pilot for
Last
you.
time he flew into Tampa, we had dinner at Burns Steakhouse.
We did.
So Captain X and his first officer joined us for dinner at Burns.
Good times.
Yeah, it's a great time. So there you go. I mean, just that is scary as crap. And that pilot for Southwest, whoever was in control, whether it was the captain or the first officer, whoever's landing that was, did a phenomenal job in averting absolute complete disaster. Okay. Would you pay $20 for one strawberry?
You know what?
Is it a strawberry from Japan? A square one?
I mean,
a big giant one?
I mean, it depends on this. I mean, it has to be. I mean, I'm not afraid to spend $20 on almost anything. I mean, $20. What's $20? I mean, seriously. What's at the end of the day? What the hell is $20? If it's a truly unique experience strawberry, yeah, I'll spend $20 on it.
One freaking strawberry, $19. We're just rounding up to 20.
I mean, it's buy one get one free at Publix this week. So I mean, I'm not going out of my way for it.
Yeah.
But if there's something really unique about
Guess what? I got suckered into that. So I did buy the you say $4.99.
Yeah.
And those are those are Plant Cities, by the way. So those are the Plant City strawberries are BOGO right now. And they got them nice and precariously perched right when you walk into the store.
As soon as you walk in.
Hey, you saw it as well?
Yep, I walked by because I thought, they're going to be on sale for the next couple of weeks. I don't need them right now.
So, the batch I got were not particularly sweet. But
Strawberry Festival starting soon.
Yeah.
But $20 for one strawberry.
Right. And Michelle, what question did you ask?
Is it a strawberry from Japan?
Survey says yes. It's Japan, home of the $900 watermelon. Remember
because they're square.
Yeah, remember we were in a department store. What was the name of that department store in Tokyo?
Oh, I forget.
Yeah, some famous department store near the Ginza district. And they had, first of all, the Japanese department stores are phenomenal. Like 8 floors of everything, including, oh, by the way, the Strawberry Festival starts tomorrow.
Was it Isitan?
In Plant City.
Was it Mitsuhoshi? Or was it?
Oh, probably Mitsukoshi.
Yeah, I think it was Mitsukoshi.
All right.
Yeah, I think it was Mitsukoshi. It was right near the train station.
I typed in famous Tokyo department stores and it came up.
All right. So they had the square watermelon. We saw them there, and they were, you know what? I even took pictures. It's on my Instagram. If you go way back to maybe, let's see, we were in Japan in 2018 and 2019, right? 2 years in a row. It was one of those trips. So it's probably on my Instagram. With $300 watermelon. Anyway, so yes, it is a Japanese strawberry. Nearly $20 for one freaking strawberry, and it's from Kyoto.
Oh.
Yeah. Organic single berry imported from Kyoto, Japan. Price tag of $19.
Okay. Is it like the most spectacular tasting strawberry I've ever had in my whole life, or is it just Japanese strawberry?
I don't know. So this woman is at some California grocery store called Erewhon or I never heard of this.
Here's the lady.
Rewhon. Yeah. Oh yeah. Here's the audio of the lady. You ready?
Right.
And
let me try to refresh it.
Go ahead and refresh it. Go. Hit it. And where's the audio?
I don't know. How do I unmute it?
Yeah, it's all muted up good.
Oh, hold on. That's me. Operator error.
All right, so unmute. No, don't. Just close that. Unmute, and then go back and take the bar back. All right, here we go. And
here we go.
All right, take it back.
I'm trying. You see what I'm doing?
All right, here we go.
Okay, this is a $19 strawberry from Erewhon. So we're gonna eat it. It's from Kyoto in Japan, and apparently it's like the best tasting strawberry in the entire world. So
it better be for $19.
I don't even know how you open this.
Yeah, she's trying to open up the plastic.
It's literally sitting on like a little tray. Wait, you gotta just eat it like this, right?
Now she's biting the strawberry. Is it good?
Wow.
Oh, she
This is
said.
the best strawberry. That's crazy. Yeah,
She did say wow.
The best strawberry.
Yeah, she did say wow.
in my life.
Best
Just for one strawberry, $19 for one strawberry.
Best strawberry in her life.
It's actually the best strawberry I've ever had. And it's from Japan. I need to eat every last bit of it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you better.
She's on TikTok doing it. She's like this.
Hey, Michelle, don't take offense to this, but she's a hottie.
I mean, if she had an Instagram channel of just her eating strawberries, I'd follow it. It's pretty great.
Can I get you to lick the strawberry now?
Oh my God. Okay. You know.
Patreon $20 and she will.
It's very, very attractive. Hey, speaking of fruit, eating this fruit can improve your muscle health. What is this new discovery, or at least the new noise?
Is it a common fruit or is it like some like off the wall fruit?
You ever hear of asperry? No, I'm kidding. It's a very common fruit.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Fester's over here.
I was like, asperry. It doesn't sound unfamiliar.
No, it's not asperry. It's a very common fruit. So there's something called sarcopenia, which is a significant loss of muscle mass and strength, increases your risk of hospitalization due to falls, less independence. But now there's new research out. These are researchers from Rutgers. You ever hear of Rutgers?
Nope.
It's kind of like a community college up in New Jersey. It's not a very I'm kidding. Michelle, why are you laughing?
Because I know you're targeting somebody with that comment.
Yeah, our buddy Mark is a Rutgers grad and a very big Rutgers proponent. No, Rutgers. Rutgers is it's like Bergen County Community College. No. Rutgers is a very good school. So researchers from Rutgers may have found a simple, tasty approach to maintaining muscle along with exercise and additional high protein in your diet.
All right.
Do you know what the fruit is? Fruit of the loom. It is, by the way, it is a fruit in the fruit of the loom. Hey, so
hold on.
Are you wearing Fruit of the Looms? Take your underwear off right now and look at the label.
Everybody knows.
Look at the cornucopia. Is that called the cornucopia?
Well, a cornucopia is like the woven
horn of
basket,
plenty.
the basket.
Okay.
Like the woven basket with like everything in it.
Yeah.
But just a bunch of guys dressed in fruit costumes are not a cornucopia.
Did you say the horny of plenty?
No. It's the horn of plenty.
Oh, the horn of plenty.
Yeah, cornucopia.
All right, so
there's an apple in in the Fruit of the Loom, guys.
Not an apple.
There are grapes in the Fruit of the Loom.
Did you say grapes?
I did.
Survey says. Yeah, grapes. I love grapes. Yeah, so grapes are good for. Well, yes, I love fermented grapes as well. But,
Andrew, I can hear Andrew fermented.
Yeah, Andrew said fermented in my ear. No, I love grapes that are fermented into a fine wine, and I like just regular purple grapes, red grapes.
I'm looking at the Fruit of the Loom, guys.
Green grapes.
There's actually two grapes. There's
the green and the purple.
Yeah,
absolutely. So grapes are, according to new research, compelling evidence. According to the study, shows that grapes have the potential to enhance muscle strength at the genetic level. So go ahead and grape it up good.
All right, so the Fruit of the Loom, guys, there's 4 of them. There's an apple, there's red grapes, green grapes, and then leafy shrub.
Wait a second.
Why isn't there a banana? I mean, if you're going to be underwear, how do you not have a banana?
Why is Florida not represented with like an
orange?
An orange, exactly.
Right? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Even a lemon.
Where? How about kiwi?
Or you get
by the way, that's the only fruit that I'm allergic to. It makes my face swell shut.
You should rub some of that on your crotch.
I'm allergic to kiwi. That's like the only allergy that I have on the planet is kiwi. I can't eat. If you give me kiwi, you'll kill me.
Good to know.
No, but seriously, my tongue swells
Kiwi.
and I get all tingly, and my throat instantly feels like sandpaper. Seriously, it's unbelievable.
Do not add kiwi to MJ.
Yeah, well, listen, this guy
I'm
here.
making a note over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, great.
Well, this guy has a banana in his fridge.
Oh, my
Hey,
faster.
so update on my mom's housekeeper. Do you remember I told the story maybe a month or more ago how my mom's housekeeper of 10 years?
Yeah.
I mean, some crazy amount of time. My mom loved this housekeeper. And this is a weird story. So she was illegal in the United States.
You say was.
Until 2017.
Oh, okay.
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 Then in 2017, contacted immigration, ended up with some type of immigration status, got a social security number, a Florida driver license.
Okay.
And then this was back in early January. My mom's housekeeper, this is over in Broward County in Fort Lauderdale, the housekeeper who had, all the paperwork and everything. And again, a Florida driver license, had a social security number, paying taxes, the whole shebang.
But not a citizen.
Not a citizen.
Okay.
But she had married an American. So her husband was an American citizen.
Did she have an anchor baby?
No.
Oh.
Well, not that I know of.
Okay.
But here's the deal. So in early January, and I told the story because we even said to listeners, hey, does anyone have any idea what's going on here? In early January, they call her in, and she was making regular visits, whatever the intervals were that she had to visit immigration, down in South Florida. She would go, and then in early January, she goes in for what she thought was a routine appointment. They slapped an ankle monitor on her. Just clamp it on.
Okay.
Like she's some kind of, fugitive. So they put an ankle monitor on her.
That's
and
traumatic.
she's freaking out. So next time she shows up at my mom's house, she's got an ankle monitor on, and she doesn't know what's going on. So then she goes like a couple of weeks later for another appointment. They grab her and deport her. They threw her out of the country.
Right.
Gone. She was sent back to like Honduras or something. She's back in Central America.
So she said, honey, I'm going to immigration, and she never came home?
Well, this is where the story potentially gets interesting.
Did she have like a warrant or something?
No, clean as a whistle, no issues, not even a speeding ticket, nothing.
Right.
Not even a parking ticket. So what caused this? What caused her to suddenly, after going for regular appointments, whatever it was required, whether it was every month, every couple of months, going to meet with immigration, having a status card. I don't know exactly. I don't think she had a green card, but she had a married to an American husband, and then suddenly gets called in, ankle monitor slapped on in January, and then in early February, she's deported out of the country.
Well, something must have made them suspicious about her, or aroused their suspicions to her.
Yeah. So
how much time passed from her February appointment to her landing in Honduras City?
Oh, it was like instantly. She went into this meeting and like a couple of weeks ago, and they seized her and deport. I mean, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Do not go home and get your bra. I mean, they took her and deported her. But here's the question. The speculation among my family and friends is that the husband might have escalated getting rid of her. Yeah.
For what purpose?
I mean, does anyone think that's plausible? Does anyone have...
Hold on. He marries a person who's not a citizen.
Right.
So they're a couple.
Yep.
And he tried to essentially off his wife by getting her deported?
You know, that's what it's... I mean, what other explanation is there? I mean, think about it. I can't think... Everyone that I've mentioned this to it says, sounds like the husband was in contact with immigration and gave immigration some story, and maybe it was all false information, but just to get rid of her.
Right.
I mean, talk about a quick and easy divorce.
I mean,
you know?
Right. Does he have somebody else?
Suddenly, she's back in a dirt hut in Honduras,
Oh, no.
Did he have somebody on the side? Do we know this?
We don't know.
Oh.
So she's been in America for what, 25 years?
Oh, she was in the country for over 20 years. I
Yeah.
think close to 25 years. And then finally tried to legal up in 2017 and was going through all the motions, all the meetings. Again, she had some type of status. She had a Florida driver license. She had a social security number, paying taxes.
So you just wonder what could he have said that would have gotten her so rapidly,
Deported. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
All right.
Thinking that it had to be the husband.
I think so.
Has anybody talked to him?
No.
Does your mother
Yeah.
know him?
No, Mom doesn't know how to get all the, no idea. Just crazy, crazy crap. All right, Michelle.
Yes.
You are fascinated by a particular DoorDash story. And in fact, I've got two DoorDash stories. It seems that every week we've got something DoorDash or Uber Eats related.
Sure.
Yeah.
And there's a moral to the story.
Oh yeah.
And it is a very easy moral. I mean, this is like a 101 class,
It's a lesson.
But I see this all the time.
I think so. Right.
And, I've thought about doing this.
What have you thought about?
But I haven't, and I don't think I will, but
Wait.
I won't say that it hasn't run through my mind.
All right.
Fester, remember like a couple weeks ago when there was a query, like what is the something you could do, what you would do if you knew you wouldn't really like face the repercussions, and we were all like, rob a bank and do it. So
This is what he
one
would
of
do?
those. This is kind of one of those situations again.
Is it and I don't know what your story is, but is it stealing food meant for DoorDashers at restaurants?
No,
Ooh,
nope,
that's a good one.
Nope. Two 13-year-old kids ripped off a running DoorDash vehicle that was running as the driver ran the food up to the front door of the house.
Dude, you got to shut the car off.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is up in Wisconsin. One of these Wisconsin towns you can't even freaking pronounce. Wawatusa.
Well, Wawatusi.
Yeah, that's something like that.
Watusi, Wisconsin.
Big Watusi, Wisconsin.
Watusi,
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
It's cold there, man. You shut the car off, you lose all the heat.
Right?
The heat goes off, you get back into a car, it's freezing again.
Wauwatosa police say a pair of 13-year-olds led officers on Monday night on a stolen car chase. Dash cam video shows the car driving the wrong way during the police chase. Police said that the young teen stole the car after a DoorDash driver left it running unattended. This is a crime of opportunity, said Officer Lou.
Thanks, Lou.
Yeah, suspects are going around looking for running cars. They can see it easily from the exhaust coming out of the back of the tailpipe. Thank you, Lou. Thank you.
I mean, you've seen cars. I mean, we live in Florida. I've not been in snow in many years.
But especially up in the cold.
When the engine's on,
Yeah.
you can tell because that big cloud of smoke.
Yeah, you got the smoke coming out after the exhaust. So they rip off the car, and all I know is I see this all the time. I see in my neighborhood, I see the door. They never shut the car off. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen. Listen, I'm walking up to 30 miles a week in my neighborhood. I see a lot of stuff. Listen, I had the bird drop dead out of the sky right in front of me. This gorgeous heron, this yellow bonneted heron or whatever it was.
Yellow bonneted heron?
Well, I don't know. Whatever the hell the thing is.
Some pretty
Listen,
birds fell out of a
I
tree.
see like everything in my neighborhood because I'm walking like 30 miles a week. I'm walking between 3 and 5 miles a day. Some weeks I'm doing 5 miles every day. Last night I did 3 because I had to get my 3 miles in before I went to the hockey game with Michelle last night and Andrew and his girlfriend. But I see a lot of everything. But I don't think I've ever seen a DoorDash or an Uber Eats or one of the food delivery drivers in my neighborhood shut the car off. It's like 100%. It's a given. It's like the sun coming up and setting at night. They leave the car running.
So
I thought about it.
I mean, come on.
Yes, I thought about it.
Are you going to take the car or just move the car like,
No.
15 yards?
I'm talking joyride. I'm
That's a good
talking
one.
driving across people's lawns. Maybe driving through a UPS store or something. By the way, there's a story of someone drove through a UPS. No, listen, I thought about it, but of course I would never do it. I I don't want to be arrested for grand theft auto.
You want to put something funny on your Instagram? Start making a video and edit it down of all the cars you see in like the 2-week period.
Oh, that are running?
They're just running. All the dashers.
All the DoorDash and Uber Eats delivery drivers that keep the car running.
I bet you see a half a dozen of them.
So that's DoorDash story number 1. Then we have DoorDash story number 2. Defuniak Springs, Florida.
It's up in the Panhandle.
Yeah, Defuniak.
I think it's almost to Alabama on I-10.
Yeah. A DoorDash driver mauled by dogs just trying to make a simple food delivery.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Teresa Scroggins. The Ballad of Teresa Scroggins. It's a little joke. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie, Coen
Yeah.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Great.
It's a real reach for a joke.
Yeah, I think so too.
If the point of jokes is to be moderately funny, you missed it.
All right, so Teresa Scroggins was dropping off an order at a home. 2 dogs charged her. The dogs attacked her head, legs, arms. Severe injuries, according to the Walton County Sheriff's Office. Told the deputies that when the homeowner opened the door, the dogs rushed out, immediately latched onto her arms and legs. That is going to be the most expensive DoorDash delivery ever. I mean, the questions remain.
Mm-hmm.
Did the people get the food? Did they eat the food? Did they tip the driver? That would really be, this woman's airlifted. She's airlifted to Tampa. We have a local component. Her injuries were so severe, they airlifted her from the freaking Panhandle because you have hillbilly hospitals up there.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
well, Tampa General's what is it? Trauma 1?
A level 1 trauma.
Level 1 trauma, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Are there any level 1 traumas in the Panhandle? I just think of, all hillbilly. In fact, I think it's called like Hillbilly Hospital.
That's what it's called.
Up in the Panhandle.
They actually take payment in goats.
Oh, my God. I mean, severe injuries.
That's awful.
She escaped but collapsed outside the home where the homeowner and a witness attempted to help before emergency responders arrived. The extent of her injuries was so severe, they first airlifted her to HCA Florida Hillbilly Hospital in Fort Walton, Destin.
Yeah.
And then they later transferred her to Tampa General Hospital.
I mean, just get her bandaged up in Weston or Fort Walton Beach, whatever it was.
Yeah, Destin.
Destin.
Yeah, Weston is over in South Florida. Yeah. So isn't that terrible? Yeah, Walton County Animal Control holding the dogs for a standard 10-day observation period to check for rabies.
They're going to put those dogs down.
Yeah. Did you see what kind of dogs they were?
No.
Yeah, it's not in the story.
They're pit bulls.
The story, it does.
Well, there's a Facebook page that my daughter's somebody's boyfriend, Teresa Scroggins, was attacked by 3 pit bulls while dropping off DoorDash last night.
All right, so the story I think says 2 the story that I have says 2 dogs, and then
the owner might have had 3, but 2 of them participated.
It doesn't say pit bulls, but I mean,
and then
I didn't think they were Chihuahuas. Yeah.
No. On a GoFundMe page, it says that they were actually 2 Rhodesian Ridgebacks.
Oh, all right, really?
Yes.
They're. I like those dogs.
I know they're beautiful.
Larry?
Yeah.
Remember Larry Goodrich had the Rhodesian Ridgebacks?
And there's a horrible.
Okay, some pictures of the injuries.
Yeah.
Anyway, can I offer up a suggestion? Please tie up your dogs when the DoorDash driver or the Uber Eats driver comes to your house. How about that for a public service?
I mean, MJ, I'm looking at some of these pictures. It looks like she's missing part of her ear.
Oh, jeez. Well,
I'm sure.
I think she's in Tampa General right now.
You probably go pay her a visit.
You know what? Maybe I should bring her like a edible bouquet or something.
Oh.
Bring her.
I don't think she wants an edible arrangement right now.
That's what I'm saying. Edible arrangement.
Edible bouquet.
Yeah, whatever.
Bunch of pineapples cut out like stars. Oh.
Yeah. That'll cheer her up.
That's awful.
I wonder if this.
I mean,
what if the homeowner has any kind of like homeowner's insurance?
Well, the dogs.
Wow.
The dogs. It's not that they were in the yard; they were in the house. They just jetted out the front door.
Restrain your animals when you're expecting deliveries at the front door. How about that? Shut the front door. Hey, McDonald says we're not raising the price of our breakfast foods with the whole egg crisis going on. This is actually very nice.
I'll tell you right now, I had a couple of McGriddles, 2 for $5 at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And No surcharge for the egg. I thought about it. They had 2 eggs.
So McDonald's says they will not. I repeat, McDonald's. They got on a megaphone. This is McDonald's. We will not be imposing any egg Yep. Oh, Fester, it's time for new batteries. We will not be imposing any egg surcharges. What are you mumbling over there at?
How I hate you when you use a megaphone. I was telling Michelle.
How about when I do this?
I hate you more. I mean, when I think I can't hate you anymore, you surprise me. No, that's what they should do. I mean, McDonald's is what, a multi-trillion-dollar company, right?
I wouldn't say multi-trillion.
Faster.
Are they the biggest restaurant in the country? Right?
I think Subway has the most locations.
No, just size of company. You know, I think McDonald's might be the biggest food corporation
in sales.
I don't know.
McDonald's might have the highest sales for
if we had
a
to
fast
pick
food
one restaurant to represent us as a nation, it would be McDonald's.
But Fester,
yes,
are they using real eggs or are they using the fake eggs?
I am McDonald's breakfast I think is the best part of that whole menu. But I'm always, no matter what I get, I'm a sub-round egg guy.
Right. So, yeah, exactly. So that's the trick at McDonald's. If you want to be guaranteed a real cracked egg, like, listen, I'm a sucker. Would you please make the freaking biscuits?
All right, move on.
No,
McDonald's eggs.
I love a buttermilk biscuit. Whether
Yes,
it's
you do.
Whether it's a McDonald's biscuit, the Hardee's biscuit's always been good.
I had a biscuit at Popeyes a couple of weeks ago.
Hang
no
on.
joke.
Yeah. So Popeyes does a great biscuit. Bojangles does a great biscuit.
Where the hell is there a Bojangles within 500 miles?
Well, there used to be one on Hillsborough. Is that gone?
Yeah, like in 1986 it left.
All the Bojangles?
All
right. So let me tell you right now that Michelle's buttermilk biscuits using the Southern Living buttermilk biscuit recipe and using white lily flour, which is a must. You got to use white lily. You got to use the self-rising winter wheat, the green label white lily. Only way to make biscuits is with white lily flour. And Michelle makes a killer biscuit, better than any of the biscuits I just mentioned. And Michelle's biscuits only have like a few ingredients, not all the chemicals and stuff. Michelle's biscuits, what? It's flour, buttermilk, butter.
That's it.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I like chemicals in my food.
All right, so here's the deal. The McDonald's hack is if you want to make sure that you don't get like the prepackaged liquid eggs, you ask for an egg McMuffin egg.
Yeah, it's called a round egg.
You want the round egg on your biscuit.
The exact verbiage is means substitute, round egg. When you get I'm a McGriddle guy. I think it's the best sandwich they make.
Right.
And they has the folded. It's called the folded egg. Is the yellow egg.
See, I'm averse to sweet and savory. I don't like mixing. So the McGriddle doesn't do it for me because I don't want sweet with my savory.
Okay, you're weird.
Yeah, tough
Fester.
luck.
Wait, the round egg is the real one?
The round egg, if you look at it, you can see a real yolk, and they crack it in the store, and they have a cooker that makes those eggs for the egg McMuffin, and you can get that egg on any other sandwich, but you have to tell them at zero cost, they'll sub a folded yellow egg for the round egg.
So typically, exactly what Fester just said, when you go to McDonald's, you order a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit or just an egg and cheese biscuit.
Yeah.
You get that folded yellow egg, and that's like a liquid prepackaged eggs. It's still real egg, but it
comes in a carton.
Yeah.
They probably make it there at the store, but okay.
Who knows?
It's processed.
But if you want a real cracked egg, you ask for the round egg or the egg McMuffin egg on your buttermilk biscuit. So that's the hack. But back to McDonald's. McDonald's said, let me get the megaphone again. So McDonald's said yesterday that they will not impose any surcharges on eggs like what Denny's just announced. And, of course, it was the Waffle House that started the whole egg surcharge deal.
Does the megaphone there have like a drive-through speaker window feature on it where you maybe muffle it? And
Welcome. Check. Welcome to McDonald's.
Now put your hand in front of it. Yes! That's it! Yeah, I'd like 2 egg McMuffins, sub the round egg.
I couldn't hear you. Say it again.
I said I'd like 2 egg McMuffins, sub the round egg, please.
I'd
like 2 2 hash browns.
All right, this has been McDonald's Drive-Thru Theater on the MJ Morning Show.
That was so fun. Now I'm hungry and horny. I don't know why.
Stop.
I mean, McDonald's breakfast does it for me.
Hey, Michelle, we've got 2 Gen Z kids.
We do.
Chloe is 23. Julian is 20. Julian will be 21 in July. On the 4th of July, Chloe will be 24. Are you aware of this Gen Z trend of no buy in 25?
No, I didn't know that really applies just to Gen Z. I thought it was like a New Year's resolution for many people.
So you've heard it for multiple generations?
Right. But I think that they are participating the most, and that's kind of...
tell me what you've heard about no buy in 2025.
So no buy 25, these kids are...
Like restraining themselves and not buying.
Like,
oh, my God, that's not what I thought you meant. Oh, my God.
Hold on, what do you think I meant?
I just know that kids today seem a lot more liberal in certain areas of their lives than they did when I was younger.
What the hell are you saying?
Nothing.
No, what were you thinking?
When you just said no buy, I thought,
What?
What team?
What?
When you said no buy 25, I thought, like kids were like...
Bisexual?
Yes.
What kind of sicko are you?
When you said no buy 25, like what, they're going to give a whole year
what
to
kind
that?
of demented, degenerate sicko are you?
I didn't know.
No buy, like B-U-Y,
I didn't
buy.
know. You said no buy. I didn't know. I mean, I want them to be who they are. And listen, you are what you are. You're born some way. It's fine.
Sick
but
man.
I didn't know I didn't know there was a thing where no buy. I'm warding off dudes for a year.
All right, just stop talking. All right, so
it's if you have enough makeup.
What? Fess, I like you better when you don't talk.
You know what? Like you better when you don't talk about planes.
All right, go ahead, Michelle.
It's really just a no-buy challenge, but I think, the Gen Zers are really into it because, it's on TikTok or whatever. But it's kind of like if you have enough makeup in your drawer, even though there's a trend, makeup or nail polish, they'll be like, oh, the latest colors, the latest style, whatever. You look at your drawer and you go, you know what? I still have makeup. I'm not going to go fall for that, and I'm not going to buy all this new stuff or new shoes or new clothes. That's a new thing too. Like, don't buy any new clothes if you're still wearing the clothes in your closet and you're pretty satisfied with them. There's like it's like a New Year's resolution or just a challenge.
Exactly. So according to Forbes, money related matters. Forbes says that a sea change in the spending habits of the world's consumer-driven economies appears to be gathering momentum, presenting an ominous challenge for the retail industry, most recently in the luxury space. The Generation Z, so born 1997 to like 2012 is Generation Z. My kids are smack in the middle of that. The Gender Z or Generation Z underconsumption trend has expanded into a broader meme, which is called No Buy 2025, where it seems it's Generation Z, Gen Z, that's doing most of this pledge of not buying anything in 2025. So curtailing merchandise. Younger consumers, especially in the U.S., have been embracing this burgeoning movement, which encourages people to buy as little new merchandise as possible. Just the essentials.
Yeah.
Like toilet paper, food.
Or things you go through, but if things can be reused again, like clothing, don't buy new clothing.
But Michelle, you've also, and you're an avid reader of the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about this for a while, how a lot of the luxury brands are suffering right now.
They are. I mean, it's a really big issue for them. They don't know how to reinvent themselves. They don't have any new markets.
Right.
China's, not buying as much.
I wonder if we have any Generation Z that are listening right now, or even millennials. You know what? Let me go to phones on this quickly. Let's go to phones.
Yeah.
800-990-1047. Couple of calls. 800-990-1047. Are you part of this no-buy 2025 trend? So are you Generation Z? Are you millennial? Or are you Gen X? And you have kids that you've heard talk about this no-buy thing? Or would you like to counter this story and say that your kids are little piggies?
No. I want to know what people are doing with the no-buy. Like, what is your no-buy strategy? What are you restricting yourself from?
800-990-1047. 800 990-1047. So if you are participating in No Buy 2025, just buying the absolute necessary essentials, I'd like to hear from you. Or, conversely, if you are like Gen Z or even millennial and you're saying, screw that, I'm buying all kinds of stuff in 2025. I'd like to hear from both sides on this. 800-990-1047. Or if you're the parent of a Gen Z, have you heard anything?
Yeah.
Have you noticed a reduction in their buying? 800-990-1047. All right, Andrew's screening calls.
Sorry.
Yep, 800-990-1047. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I know who's not calling to tell you she's participating in the No Buy.
Oh,
2020.
Chloe?
Yeah.
We ought to call her up quickly.
Yeah, what has she bought already this year?
We ought to call Chloe.
No, let's not. I don't want to hear it.
All right, Andrew's screening calls
Let's see.
now. All right, 800-990-1047. Call us up. You don't have to be Gen Z to call. If you're even millennial, bordering on Gen Z, or, if you have any observation of this, 800-990-1047. All right, let's hit phones.
All right, judging by your current wardrobe, MJ.
Yeah.
Could you go a year without buying any clothing?
Absolutely. In fact, I have gone a year without buying any clothing. I think I've gone about 4 years without buying any clothing.
No Buy 2021 was a great time.
No Buy 2000s.
Yeah, right.
All right. Phones are loaded. Oh, before I go to phones, I just want to thank our listeners. The January ratings came out. The Nielsen January ratings came out. And the MJ Morning Show was number 1 in the Tampa Bay market, persons 25 to 54. So, listen, next month we could suck and be number 14. But,
this month, how's it going so far?
The bottom line is, the numbers can be very, very erratic. I know that we are absolutely consistently a top 3 morning show in this market, bouncing around. But last month, we were number 1 in the entire market in the morning. And thank our listeners. But, I'm just telling you right now that I know that we're always like a top 3, top 4 morning show. But the numbers can be erratic. But, hey, I'll take it, But I just wanted to recognize that it's nice to get a decent report card. All right, Trevor in Brooksville. Trevor, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hello.
Hi, MJ.
Hi, Trevor. Go ahead.
So I totally agree with what the whole no buy thing, because I personally don't believe in what do you call it, splurging or
overconsumption.
I'm sorry.
Overconsumption.
Yes, overconsumption.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe that you work hard for your money. And sure, you can spoil yourself sometimes, but you should be able to buy the essentials in life, like your groceries and the clothes that you actually need, the clothes that you need to work. I actually own my own business, but
Trevor, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Yeah, so you're Generation Z.
Yep.
Wow. So what is the most luxurious thing, Trevor, that you have purchased in, let's say, the last 2 years?
The last 2 years. Believe it or not, $75 shoes from Nike.
I thought you were going to say a tank of gas, but all right. So the most luxurious thing, the highest consumption that you've achieved in the last couple of years is a $75 pair of Nikes.
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Or, quote, luxury.
All right. Trevor, is there something that you really want that you haven't pulled the trigger on?
It's funny, but I don't know if this would count, but the thing I want the most that would be very expensive would be getting on a flight to New York and going to Yankee Stadium.
Oh, wow. All right, Trevor. Well, listen, hopefully you're successful. What kind of business do you operate at 25 years old?
It's a cleaning business.
Well, fantastic. Well, listen, you work hard, and I'm confident you're going to make it to New York to a game at Yankee Stadium.
All right, thank you. Oh, MJ, by the way, the company name that I have of my cleaning business is AA Cleaners.
AA Cleaners. All right, help Trevor get to Yankee Stadium. Have Trevor clean your toilets.
I don't know. I use AAA cleaner right now.
All right, Trevor, thank you, buddy. Thanks for listening, Trevor.
Tell me you're a drunk without telling me you're a drunk.
What do you say?
You named your company AA Cleaners.
Alcoholics Anonymous
Formally,
Cleaners.
tell me you're in recovery without telling me you're.
Trevor sounds completely sober.
No, he's great.
All right,
Good luck, Trev.
All right, Brandon in Tampa. Brandon, you're on the MJ Morning Show. We got two guys. Oh, did he just drop off?
He might have.
I'm just taking him. He drops off. All right, let's grab Wendy. Wendy's calling from Oklahoma. Okay. Hello, Wendy.
Hey, I've got kids on either side of the trend.
Hey, Wendy, can you pick up the regular phone? You're all echoey on your speaker.
Yeah, give me one sec.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
I was on a Bluetooth. I got kids on either side of it.
All right, so you have some Gen Zs and some early millennials?
No. I think mine are the Gen. I think mine would be the earlier or later millennials.
Oh, okay.
And because they're like in their just barely in their 30s.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna say what I meant was my oldest kid has kind of always done the, no buy.
Like minimalist?
Yeah, minimalist. She buys exactly what she needs, and usually it's for her daughter. And then my youngest, she's the opposite side. She'll buy whatever catches her fancy. And whatever's the latest thing, latest game, latest clothes, latest makeup, everything trending. And I've never understood that one especially. I mean, why you need to buy like 10,000 pounds of makeup when you've already got a drawer full?
Wow. Yep. All right. Where in Oklahoma are you calling from?
I'm about 2 hours from Tulsa and 2 hours from Oklahoma City.
That's code word for in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's in the middle of
Oh yeah, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm almost to Kansas.
So how'd you find us? Are you a Tampa former resident?
Yeah, I used to live down in Zephyr Hills, and I've lived in Spring Hill. And my dad's still in Land Lakes, and then I moved to Virginia. I used to call you guys from Virginia, too.
Oh, gotcha. So now you're in Oklahoma. Okay. All right.
Yep, now I'm in Oklahoma.
Thank you, Wendy. Appreciate you following us. Two more calls on this, and I got to move on. May is in Sarasota. May, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning.
Hey, May, go ahead.
So I just hit the 4th floor, a.k.a. 40.
Okay.
And,
wait a minute. The 4th floor is 40?
Yes, I call it the 4th floor.
I like that. All right, go ahead. I never heard that, but go ahead.
I myself own my own business, and I have a lot of young people that work for me, teens and 20-year-olds.
What type of business do you own, May?
I own a restaurant.
Oh, fantastic.
And I'm seeing this trend, 5-10 years ago, you saw a lot of kids always buying. I myself was one of those, and I'm just in this space right now where I didn't even know it was a trend, but I guess it is a trend, and just decided, I've got enough. I just don't need that much, and I'm seeing the same thing with the kids that I work with, and it's lovely to see. Unfortunately, I feel bad for the stores out there, but it teaches them to buy the necessities and not just purchase when they want,
Very insightful, May. Thank you. Do you want to give a plug for your restaurant?
Absolutely. Clinton's Siesta Grill off of Siesta Key.
Clinton's Siesta Grill.
Yes.
All right. I'll have to check it out. Thank you, May. Have a great day. One more call on this. Evan is in Spring Hill. Evan, MJ Morning Show. You're up. Hi.
Hello, MJ. Good morning.
Hey.
I didn't have anything to comment over the overconsumption. I'm sorry about that. I just thought it was funny what Festus said about the no buy 2025. I just thought that was funny, a little chuckle. That's all.
No bisexual.
I like that idea more.
No bisexual in 2025.
Hey, Evan, I'm only here.
No judgment to anybody. It was just funny what Festus said.
I'm only here for the jokes, Evan. That's it.
Thank you, Evan. Have a great
Love you
day.
guys. Have a good one.
I'm only here to make you people in the car laugh once in a while, occasionally.
You know what? I'm calling Chloe. I'm calling Chloe. I want to know where my daughter, who is 23, going on 24, smack in the middle of Gen Z, I want to know where she is on this whole no buy 25.
Whoa.
Hey, Chloe, real quick. I think you're at work.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Hi, Alora. If you're listening, my receptionists and Julie, we're just listening to you.
All right. Listen.
They know you're calling me.
All right. Listen. All right, Chloe.
Are they participating in No Buy 2025?
Chloe, are you aware of No Buy 2025 with the Gen Z generation?
No, what is that?
Of course she doesn't know.
She has no idea.
Duh, I had no idea. Of course
You know how
she
the algorithm of your phone produces the stories and the content that you're interested in?
Yeah.
My guess is that her phone knows she is not interested in No Buy 2025.
Let me tell you, Chloe got suckered in with that Circle Drink Cup Super Bowl commercial. So we're watching the Super Bowl. The commercial comes on for Circle. We're talking about, I had been aware of that. I had seen that a couple of years ago, so I was aware where you put the flavor rings inside the Circle mug, which is like a Stanley cup, and it flavors your water. Listen, I tell you what, I do it a lot cheaper. I just take some lemon and lime juice and squeeze it into water. Guess what? I do it for pennies, not even. So a couple of days after the Super Bowl, the freaking box shows up from Circle. And Chloe, you didn't even tell us that you ordered the Circle drink cup on my credit card.
And you know what she says? When I sort of reprimanded her about that?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't say no.
She didn't ask me.
But you didn't say no when we saw the commercial and she inquired about it and we explained to her what it was. You didn't say no, don't buy that.
I didn't.
So she just took your your not no. You know what we say? A no means yes with you, because whenever you don't say no, it must mean that we can do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, no means yes gets a lot of people in a whole lot of trouble. Jeez.
Especially in No Buy 2025.
All right, Chloe, I can't believe you ordered that Circle drink. And, the mug is not that expensive, but then then it's like a subscription deal where they get you hooked into all the flavor rings.
Right.
So have you tried your Circle cup that they spent $8 million? You know what? They needed Chloe to buy it because they spent $8 million on their commercial during the Super Bowl.
They were begging her to buy it.
Chloe, bail us out.
I'm always one to support local businesses.
It's not a local business. What are you talking about?
She's just to support business.
It's not.
Yeah.
Guess what? The Circle drink mugs are not a little small garage operation in Zephyr Hills or in Sefner, okay?
It could have started out that way,
Yeah, okay.
maybe.
All right, have you used this thing yet?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
So you done with your Stanley tumblers, the overpriced chunks of $60 crap?
No, I still use those.
All right. All right, goodbye, sweet. Go back to work.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, of course, she's not aware of the No Buy 2025. Yeah, how'd I know that? Yeah. All right, goodbye, Chloe.
Always buying in 2025.
Yeah, great. Yeah, the whole opposite direction. Yeah. Don't touch that button. Of course, Chloe was always the first one to touch the button. Oh, boy. All right, 8:48 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. How'd you like to sit next to a dead body on a 15-hour flight?
I saw that. Oh, I was hoping that happens to you on the way back from the Philippines.
Oh, not going to the Philippines?
No, I want you to enjoy the whole trip. And you're just thinking about what stories you're going to talk about and all the little fish that you saw. And then you have to sit next to some dead old lady on the long flight.
So you're hoping that a person expires on my upcoming flights to the Philippines and back?
I'm not rooting for death. However, we're all going to kick the bucket sometime. And if somebody wants to kick the bucket on your return flight, I think it would be hysterical if you sat next to him.
If it's going to happen, could it happen to you on the plane?
I mean, if the captain comes on and says, we need a volunteer to sit next to the dead person, I hope it's you.
A husband and wife said they were forced to sit next to a woman's dead body after she expired, dropped dead on a 15-hour flight.
What do you mean a husband and wife? What, did she have middle seat? They both had to sit next to her?
Mitchell and Jennifer Ring. By the way, Kelly Ring from Fox 13's brother.
Oh.
Mitchell Ring. No. They were traveling from Melbourne, Australia to Doha, Qatar.
Sounds like a long flight.
I think they were on Qatar Airways, which I've been on Qatar Airways, and that is a good freaking airline. I'll tell you that right now.
Did they correct you and just call us Qatar? Don't say Qatar.
Well, it's Qatar. Yeah,
I think you only pronounce
Qatar.
I think the only people who
Qatar.
The only people who want to pronounce it.
Your mind is in the gutter.
Want to blow stuff up.
All right. No, it's an excellent airline. So the lady couldn't be saved, and they had to sit next to her. They put a blanket over her, and she's strapped in.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, what do you do? Has anyone listening ever have anyone die on a flight? I mean, I ask for some weird stuff on this show, and a lot of times we get it.
I mean, they didn't have like they couldn't put her in the coat closet.
No, we're going to fold her up. Have you ever seen the size of those closets?
Like Weekend at Bernie's or something?
Yeah, or,
You know, some of those big international planes have like the super first class where it's like a bed, but they're usually like
the little.
But there's like some vacancies in them because they're so expensive. Not every time they get filled.
Yeah.
Or there are crew quarters on a lot of the wide bodies. You know, like a 777, Airbus 350s. You know, they do have the crew quarters, sometimes up, sometimes down. Has anyone ever been on a flight where somebody died? I mean, just expired? I can't believe we're going to get any calls on this. 800-99... Well, I'll try. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Have you ever been on a flight where somebody expired? Somebody kicked the bucket on the flight?
I know it's not the same thing, but I swear somebody died on the last Carnival cruise I went on. Because when we're walking off, you could see like the
you told us that the
medical examiner.
The van was there.
Yeah. And I thought.
Was it Tampa or was it
It was Miami.
It was Miami.
And then we're walking off the bridge and we're looking down at where the ship's against the dock and there's the van right next to the ship. And my wife's like, somebody died at the buffet.
Well, you know, the cruise ships, listen, you can have, 5,000 people on a cruise ship. And, you know, a lot of older folks love to cruise. And
yeah, I mean, give me 5,000 80-year-olds, and I bet you one of them dies in a week.
They've got a morgue. They do. They have a morgue on these big cruise ships. And sometimes, they use that for the buffet. All right, 800, you guys, all right, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. Just a quick question before I end our hour and 20 minutes plus of nonstop MJ. Elka in Tampa. Elka, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ, how are you?
Don't tell me you were on a flight where somebody passed away.
No, actually, it was my sister's mother-in-law who was flying back from Italy, and she had an asthma attack in the bathroom and died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's something, right?
Hold on a second. This is your, say it, who
your
is
sister's?
It's my sister's mother-in-law.
Holy crap.
My brother-in-law's mother.
And how far away from the U.S. were they? So they were coming back from Italy?
From Italy. She was coming back by herself from Italy, yeah.
And, wow.
So my brother-in-law had to go to JFK,
God. And do you know what they did with her body?
They had her in the back of the plane covered. Yeah.
How long ago was this?
Oh, this is a long time ago. This has got to be about 30 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. But it
I've been
happens.
down in Tampa 30 years now, so yeah.
So JFK, was it near the Lufthansa heist? $5 million, $6 million, $7 million. Nobody knows how much money was stolen at JFK.
Don't get a load of this shit. Yeah. I worked for Lufthansa. I knew the brother-in-law that was part of the heist.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm making a Goodfellas Lufthansa joke, and you knew someone that worked for Lufthansa?
She worked for Lufthansa.
Yes, I worked for Lufthansa for a year.
Holy crap!
For 2 years, actually, until I got fired.
You got wait a minute. You got fired from Lufthansa?
Yeah, I started at the airport for the summer, and then I worked as a reservationist, and never made it past a year.
Oh, I thought you let them into the warehouse for the heist.
Yeah, well, that would have been nice.
Right, so who did you know that was involved in the heist?
It was a guy that worked there, and actually he was related to him, but to one of the guys.
Wow,
But,
I'm running up against the clock here, but thank you what a great call. Thank you. Wait a minute. George, I got 20 seconds. George, hurry up quickly. George, what's your story?
I had a friend of ours pass about a year ago while we were on a cruise.
Oh, on a cruise.
On a cruise.
Yeah.
See, maybe we
Yeah.
were on the same
Yeah.
cruise, George.
Yeah. All right.
Saw your dead buddy getting
All right.
carted off.
George, I'm sorry for your loss.
Well, we appreciate that, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, 8:55 at the MJ Morning Show. Well over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. When we get back, backward. You got to go backward. For the love of God, for your health, you must go backward. We'll explain next on the MJ Morning Show. And then also, I don't know what, this is a terrible trend. A woman did what in a grocery store? And it was discovered she was doing it for 4 years. Oh, my God, you got to hear this. Next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, stand by. You are not going to believe this, Michelle.
What's that?
I was joking around. I said, yeah, that circle drink cup thing is, it's from a garage in Sefner. It is a local company.
No.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Chloe is right again.
Oh, my God. It's a local. So I get a bunch of texts from people that I know. Fester, get back in time, man. You just missed the whole setup here.
What happened?
Circle's a local company.
Is it really?
Yes.
I was looking to see where they were made. I was probably made in like Taiwan or something.
Look at that. So I get 4 texts from people I know. Hey, MJ, I know the founders of Circle. They're local. Some guy named Garrett Wagner.
Okay.
They went to Dartmouth. They played football, and they like to flavor their drinks to their water to stay hydrated. And that's how they came up with Circle.
Where's it based out of?
So I think they might be in Brandon. I was joking around about being, Circles, from Sefner. What the hell? So if you just
Circle Company offers a system of flavored waters based in Tampa, Florida.
What the hell? I mean, I had no idea. So we were talking a little while ago. We were talking about this apparent Generation Z trend of no buy 2025, and then I called Chloe and I was talking about Chloe. She's not doing no buy 2025. I got packages coming to my house every day, and then I brought up the fact that she even bought one of the drink mugs with the flavor rings called Circle. What is it? CIRKUL?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? And she bought this thing, after seeing the $8 million Super Bowl commercial that they bought. And I'm like, my daughter, helped pay for the damn Super. And it turns out they're local guys. It's a local company.
So she is supporting a local business.
Look at this. So I found this on Bay News 9. Bay Area company creates new way to drink flavored water. This is from August 14th of 2023. A couple of former Ivy League football players say that they were seeing exponential growth in their Tampa-based flavored water business. The company's called Circle, and the two friends say they annual revenue they made in their first year of business is what they're now making weekly. Even though it's been 5 years since the company began, Circle's co-founder Garrett Wagner says it feels like no time has passed since the early days. Holy crap! Originally they started in a smaller 4,000-foot warehouse. Now they have multiple warehouses with combined area of 700,000 square feet. Holy crap!
Looks like the warehouse might be located off of MLK between 301 and 75.
So in Brandon somewhere. Holy crap.
Yeah, north of Brandon.
It's unbelievable.
Close to the interchange.
I'm joking around like, yeah, sure, they're from Tampa. And they are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, attention, everyone that works at Circle. Attention, Circle founders. My daughter got hooked in with your Super Bowl commercial. So
I think they're right on the Tampa mango border. you want to be specific.
So listen, I don't want
That's
to.
crazy.
I don't want to reveal anything, but someone I know sent me another text also. Hey, yeah, I know them well. I've got a whole box of flavor rings for you as a treat.
That's great.
So,
Listen, nothing but success for the guys.
Oh, man, I know.
You got Chloe to buy one.
I know too many people in this town.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what 30 years of radio, 31 years of radio does for you, right?
Time to move.
Yeah.
Time to go.
Yeah, Michelle's ready to go. Where do you want to go, Michelle?
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
What are you going to get some apple
I
butter?
don't know,
What are you going to do?
I
in
don't know
Pennsylvania?
why Pennsylvania's up our butt.
What, you want to get scrapple?
Because if I say anywhere else, Connecticut, you tell me, oh, it's bad for retirement. They tax all your mobile, So, I did the research.
But Pennsylvania doesn't tax the crap out of you?
Pennsylvania is one of the lesser taxing states. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Andrew, are you distraught over the changes at Disney? Oh, boy.
What happened?
There are changes. Tell me you know about the changes that are coming to Disney.
I know of changes. I don't know what the ones you're referring to are.
Okay, so what changes do you think you know of at Disney? By the way, Andrew, our producer, is a total adult Disney creep. All right, go ahead. He's holding up a giant Mickey Mouse that he has in his booth over there.
He's a fan, no question.
He's a fanatic. Anyway, good for him. All right, I like the Disney stuff. All right, go ahead. So what changes do you know of?
Let's see. They're removing the virtual queues on a couple of rides.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. So you do know. See, nothing gets by him when it comes to anything Disney. Yeah, so Disney has announced that 2 of its most popular attractions will no longer have the virtual queue. And what is that? That's where you can go online and get in line digitally before you actually get in line?
Yes. Yeah, so we went to Epcot recently, me and the kids, and we got a reservation for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guess what? That's the other one.
You couldn't get in line and wait for 45 minutes or for an hour, but we knew we had to be there, or they texted us to be there like between 12:30 and 12:45.
Uh-huh.
And we showed up in our group, and we showed them and then we scanned our pass, and we got right in, and then we went through the process and avoided the 2-hour wait. So it was, but not everybody gets in. Is not enough capacity for everybody in the park to go there that day. So there's only a finite amount of reservations.
Guess what? Somebody pushing buttons over here somewhere? Andrew is. Yeah, yes, yeah. What do you have?
The current wait at 9:08 in the morning for Guardians of the Galaxy is currently 70 minutes.
On a freaking Wednesday in the middle of freaking February, it's a 70-minute wait.
The Tron Light Cycle Run.
Don't these kids have? Hold on. Don't these kids have school?
Yeah.
No, some of them are in that break in New York right now. They get their winter break.
There's New York's having their winter break this week and last week.
Oh, okay.
And we have spring break coming up in another 2 or 3 weeks
so
here.
What do you say? Guardians of the Galaxy is a 70-minute wait?
Right, and the Tron Light Cycle Run is 110 minutes right now.
110-minute wait?
You can almost watch the movie while standing in line.
That's funny, Andrew. He's right.
My God.
When he's right, he's
All
right.
So, starting yesterday. So this started, what's today? Today's the 26th. Yeah, all right. So it started yesterday on the 25th. Couple of things here. You've got the Tiana's Bayou Adventure in Magic Kingdom. And what was did they say that it was formerly a racist ride? What was the...
It was the...
Was that Splash Mountain? How is Splash Mountain racist? I never understood that.
I think it had some hillbilly overtones or something. I don't know. I'm not even sure. Andrew could probably tell.
The Song of the South thing. Okay. All right. So Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Was that by queue only up until recently?
And then
and it's temporarily closed, but
and it's closed?
Yeah, all rides occasionally have downage, have problems, and
downage?
That one, it's down right now.
All right. Why?
They don't tell me that.
Well, I need you to find out. I need you to sneak
I'll
in.
Go over there now if you want me to.
Sneak in with a hidden camera and tell me why Tiana's Bayou Adventure is closed.
Hey, Andrew, this is Mickey. Listen, we're closing Tiana's.
Hey, Cajun Fester, why is Tiana's Bayou Adventure closed?
No, it's not hell. Let me tell you, at Tiana, she done be a princess and a frog.
Well, did she get some etouffee food poisoning and threw up in the whole thing?
Listen, she made a disgusting mess.
And then Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's see. Cosmic Rewind in Epcot will also transition to a standby line. And that is a 70-minute wait right now, according to Andrew, who's on the... He's on an app showing him the wait times at Disney attractions.
I have
right
the
now.
app. I'm on the app right now. He's right. Tron is at an hour.
I don't need to get. I don't need to hear it again. All right. So I mentioned.
Tiano's Bayou is closed for technical difficulties.
Really?
Today was supposed to be the first day of its like reopening or whatever,
Right.
and it's got technical difficulties.
The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, 65 minutes.
Please stand by. We are having technical difficulties. Beep. Please stand by.
You know who's not having technical difficulties?
Tell me.
Small World, 5-minute wait.
Oh, God.
You can just walk right on.
What about Space Mountain?
5-minute wait also of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Space Mountain, now you get the other side.
All right. So I mentioned a couple of things before the break. Backward. It's all about backward. You want to stay healthy? Backward. You want a stronger body? Sharper mind? Backward. So research is showing that putting one foot behind the other foot has incredible benefits to your health.
I'm just worried about hitting stuff.
This is the whole walking backward thing. Remember, we've talked about this in the past, but there's additional continuing research that is showing that walking backward, and that's a good way for me to get mowed over in the neighborhood.
Seriously.
I do a 5-mile walk backward, it's not going to end well.
I mean, unless I'm on a football field or something.
Not seeing where I'm going. Do I have to get those little the crazy bicyclist little like dentist mirror things? You know what I'm talking about?
It'd still be too
that they
hard.
hang off their glasses.
You're a street walker.
Like what? I'm a hoe now?
Well,
I'm a street walking hoe?
or you just walk on the street, but you walk on the street, right?
Right. Yes. I do.
So you're a street walker.
Right.
You can't walk
You
backwards.
realize that hookers are called street walkers, right?
No.
Finish up. Go ahead.
You think I just called you a hooker? No, you're just a street walker.
Just go ahead.
So anyway, you're walking around in your pumps and your mini skirt and your pasties.
I'm walking around in my pumped up kicks.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're just walking around your neighborhood asking guys in their car if they want a date, and you can't walk
Just
around back.
stop it.
You're a street walker. You can't walk around backwards in the street. I mean, cars whipping in and out. You got to have your head on a swivel as you walk around. But this is a thing. People do it.
I know. And research is supporting the health benefits. Walking backwards shown to ease lower back pain, engaging the lumbar extensor muscles. And that's a group of muscles in the lower back that extend and stabilize the lumbar spine. And it's more effective when you walk backward than forward. Jeez, and it boosts your brain now. They're saying walking backward gives your brain a workout. That the areas of the brain associated with problem solving and decision making are more active when moving backward. Probably because you have to engage other senses to kind of keep your situational awareness, in front of you.
Even the balance of it. I mean, think about it. You can walk forward, not even thinking about it. But you have to. If you had to walk backwards, you would think about every step.
I'm walking backward now on MJTV.
Boy,
I wonder if I can moonwalk.
That's what it led to. That's how it got started.
How's it going to work out if I'm walking backwards home from the gym?
You know what? Somebody brought up a good point. They sent me a text. You buy one of those at-home treadmills.
This is a good way to tell you what, this is a great way to get run over by a City of Tampa garbage truck.
Yeah, right. You don't want to do this out in the open, but if you buy a little portable, like those treadmills that kind of go into the couch or something, or if you're at a gym where they have treadmills, you can do it probably pretty safely on that.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Are you ready for a really kind of a gross story? I mean, not so gross you got to change the station or anything, but a woman in New Hampshire has been arrested for urinating on grocery store food and filming it. And now New Hampshire police have found videos of similar acts going back 4 years.
Hold on.
I think you've got the same question that I have.
All right, so
it's a whole lot easier for a guy to, whiz on grocery store food than a woman.
You said a woman.
It's a woman. A New Hampshire woman's been arrested. Happened on Friday.
How would that work?
Police found footage of her urinating on food products at a local grocery store, and then they found a whole bunch of online videos. What is it? Peeonfood.com. Where do you post? Where do you post videos of you peeing on food at a supermarket? Oh my God! So they found video going back 4 years. The woman is 23 years old. What the hell? Kelly Tedford. I'd like to have a TED Talk
with
Kelly Tedford. Yeah, Kelly Tedford, 23, allegedly tainted a slew of products at the Monadnock.
Oh my God, you're not going to believe this.
Oh my, Monadnock Food Co-op in New Hampshire.
MJ.
What?
Peonfood.com is available. According to GoDaddy.
I got to go, Daddy.
I
got to go on food right now. That is disgusting. So
is it awful to say that I want to see the video just so I can understand the logistics of it?
Holy crap. So this young cretin, this deranged sicko, this demented whack job, tainted all this food with her urine, cost the grocery store roughly $1,500 in ruined products and cleaning expenses. This happened in Keene, New Hampshire. Yeah, according to the Keene Police Department, in a statement, the grocery store said I had to issue a recall for organic quinoa, cornmeal, polenta, coconut shreds, and raw walnuts after Tedford had apparently relieved herself on the products.
Do you have to issue a recall if it's organic?
It wasn't Tedford's first time because apparently it was a hobby. They're calling her the urinator. Police recovered multiple videos of Tedford herself posted online showing her peeing on produce, surfaces, other objects. The oldest videos go back to 2021. After reviewing the videos, police surmised that the serial public urinator likely tormented not only the grocery store, but a slew of nearby communities. Tedford was released on her own recognizance, set to appear before a judge for arraignment on April 7th. And now, Keene, New Hampshire police have launched a full investigation. Additional criminal charges are possible. So far, she's only been charged with felony criminal mischief. I would think that they can hit her with like felonious food tampering as well. Also, I believe there are federal charges that can be jammed up on her for food tampering.
Wasn't she an employee of the grocery store?
Yeah, I think so.
Was she relieved of her duties?
Oh, God. Nice. Oh, it's terrible. That's
nice.
That's awful.
Sorry. Just had to slip it in.
Michelle for the 2-pointer. Oh, that was a 3-pointer. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Michelle with the 3-pointer. Wow. Somehow contaminating consumables is like a hobby for some sickos. This is disgusting. In California, an HIV-positive man dubbed the Piss Bandit. Sorry.
That's the name.
Yeah, he left bottles of urine around a Pasadena neighborhood. Oh, remember that? We talked about that. But apparently she worked at the co-op.
So here's Kelly Tedford's.
Oh, you found her Instagram?
Her Instagram. There's no.
Oh, look at her Instagram handle.
There's no fluid shots on the Instagram.
Yeah, Kelly Tedford's handle on Instagram is _another bad bitch XOXO.
Then she has a link to an OnlyFans where you can pay $9.99 a month.
Is that she's selling videos of her peeing on food at the supermarket?
However,
on OnlyFans?
I clicked the link and it says no longer available.
Oh wow, yeah, she took that. That's probably where all the evidence lies.
Yep.
I wonder if the Keene Police Department was able to preserve that evidence before spoilage.
You know, maybe spoilage.
That what?
Maybe that's not the right word.
Spoilage of the peed on foods at the supermarket. Holy crap! Is that not unbelievable? Speaking of unbelievable, I got an unbelievable stack of celebrity items. I've got a Charlie Sheen Denise Richards' related story. First of all, have you seen their daughter?
Speaking of OnlyFans.
All right, hang on a minute. Yeah,
She's like
don't spoil the tease.
This has been out.
Hang on a minute.
It's not breaking news.
I know, but there is new news to the Charlie Sheen daughter story. We'll get to that in a second. Oh, Justin Bieber, his reps are saying one thing, and Justin Bieber is saying something else. Oh, this is terrible, but kind of funny. It's pathetic, but I chuckled. It involves Kanye West and Pete Davidson. All right, hold on to that thought. All that and a whole lot more next in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show on Q105 104.7 FM. All right. An update on walking backward. I guess our friend, the spine surgeon, was listening. I wonder if he heard our Rutgers joke earlier. All right, so I just got if you missed the last segment, we're talking about how new research is showing that walking backward is good for your muscles, it's good for your brain. Now, our very accomplished spine surgeon friend says no. Walking backward increases your risk of hurting your back, your neck, your skull, and all other bones from when you fall or if you were in the street being hit by a car, bike, or fire hydrant. Strengthen your lumbar muscles in other ways, probably much more effective and safe. That's from a guy that sees all kinds of back crap.
Listen,
you know?
If it's the guy who I think it is, he saw my back crack one time, and he said, "Don't walk backwards."
Yeah, he said, "Never come back to my
He's like-
office
he's
again."
Like, you're banned.
Yeah.
He told me I had Ed Zachary disease. So when I walk away, my ass looks Ed Zachary like my face.
Did you just make that up?
No, it's an Asian doctor joke, but I didn't want to go down that road.
Oh, no.
Oh, Ed Zachary
All
disease.
right, we stopped.
Your ass look Ed Zachary like your face.
Don't get us canceled.
I
Please-
know.
Please stop.
I mean, we just got number
All
one
right.
for the month, and now I'm getting us canceled.
Yeah, listen, the numbers can be erratic. And I always listen, I know this market, I know this show. We're always in the top 3 or so. I'm telling you, I just know the response the show gets. But for the numbers for January just came out, and the MJ Morning Show was Nielsen rated number 1 for the entire month of January. So this MJ Morning Show, number 1, morning drive, 6 to 10 a.m., number 1 in the market in the ratings, 25 to 54 persons. So listen, I'll take it when I can get it, but I know that we're always in a pretty safe zone. But yeah, listen, it can be erratic. Like next month, we could be number 31. You know, for no reason whatsoever. But hey, I'll take it when I get it. All right, 9:31 at the MJ Morning Show. So I got a bunch of celebrity crap, and also, who's going to do this? You know, once bitten, twice shy. Is anyone really going to sign up for Fire Festival 2?
Why not?
Are you kidding me? This guy, did he go to jail?
Fire Festival 1 was such a fun time.
Yeah, okay. With those disgusting, like, cheese sandwiches.
Yes.
Oh, my. Remember the pictures of that thing?
Yes.
Like 2 horrible slices of white bread with a single piece of processed cheese product? That was awful. Yeah, the Fire Festival 1, that was, what, in the Bahamas, right? Or somewhere, was it some island?
Some island, yeah. It was a big old trip.
Yeah. And there were a bunch of documentaries. I think Netflix had one. Hulu had another one. And Fire Festival 1 was like this giant fraud. And
a Fire Festival, Fire Festival was a fraudulent
luxury music festival organized by American businessman Billy McFarland and American rapper Ja Rule. So Billy McFarland is back. Fester, can you look up and see if he did jail time on this? I thought he did, or had to make like restitution. Are you kidding me? Fire Festival 2 will take place May 30th to June 2nd at Isla Mujeres off the coast of Cancun, Mexico. The festival's new website is now live, offering a limited number of tickets ranging from $1,400 to $1.1 million.
He was charged and then sentenced to 6 years in 2018. However, he was released in 2022.
Oh, because of COVID?
After serving less than 4 years.
Holy crap.
He remains on probation.
Yeah. Who the hell is going to buy a ticket to this guy's new Fire Festival 2? What is he trying to do? More time in the big house?
I mean, now he knows what countries won't extradite him.
This is nuts. All right. What moron is buying? And I hear that people are buying tickets. What morons are buying tickets to Fire? And no acts have been announced. 0 acts. Seriously. There are no performers that have been announced for Fire Festival 2, and people are paying $1,400 to $1.1 million.
Maybe you can get Ja Rule to make another appearance.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it was released from prison in March of 2022. Oh, wait a minute. Diddy's confirmed. No, I'm kidding.
I'm shocked at this information.
Yeah.
I'd love to go.
Hey, Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards' daughter, Sammy.
Right.
So we had heard that she had an OnlyFans account. The update is, do you know, by the way, she is smoking. Literally, she's got I saw a picture of her smoking a cigarette. No, Michelle, please. It's kind of awkward with you sitting there, but I'm just being honest.
Goodbye. Thank you. Is that my dismissal?
No, it's not.
Dismissed early?
No.
Sammy Sheen is a beautiful young woman.
Yeah, she is. How old is she? Am I going to be too creeped out?
You are. I think she's still she's like 19 or something.
No, she's 20.
Okay.
No, but she is. She got some really good freaking DNA. I'll tell you that right now.
Also, she got some really nice plastic surgery.
Oh, she did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well,
at 20 or earlier, she had plastic surgery?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like her boobs were probably done.
That's one.
What else?
Some are saying her nose.
Her nose was done as well?
Yep.
Any way you cut it, she's a pretty lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever she's done to herself, whether it's natural or whether it's plastique, she looks pretty attractive.
She has a bunch of stupid tattoos.
But here, why'd she?
That spoils it for him.
Oh my God, she's got tattoos on her shoulder, down her arms, and oh my God, what are you doing?
She goes from hot for him to like a big 0 with the tats.
No, come on.
I'm safe, Fester.
Get off with the tattoos.
I'm going to get a body tattoo of myself.
All right. Anyway, so the update, the reason why I'm bringing up Charlie Sheen, and, he's been very quiet. You haven't heard much about Charlie Sheen.
Did he come out like HIV positive?
Yeah. Oh, what, like you're shocked? That was a huge story.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't follow Charlie Sheen that closely.
Like 2012 or something, he came out and said, 2011, I mean, this is a long time.
Yeah.
Why don't you type into the Googles, when did Charlie Sheen announce that he was HIV positive? It's like 15 years ago that it was HIV positive. So Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards' daughter, Sammy, on OnlyFans, has already made over $3 million.
Yeah, she's one of the top earners, man.
2015 is when Charlie Sheen publicly revealed that he was HIV positive. November 17th of 2015. So 3 years after my guess.
Okay.
So it's 10 years. It's almost later this year, it'll be 10 years that Charlie Sheen, announced. Did people still die from AIDS?
No, there's a great cocktail for it now.
Yeah, I know.
And there's all those preventative pills that we...
I know, but do people still die? Like, you think back to like the early 80s and the mid 80s, and when you had HIV and then it developed into AIDS, that was pretty much a death sentence. And then Magic Johnson came along with the magic schlong, and he was right in the middle.
It wasn't that magic. I mean,
dude, listen, he's still,
I think the medications out there just prolong your life.
HIV and AIDS is no longer a death sentence that it was when it first in the 80s and into the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, what's the Biktarvy?
Yeah.
Isn't that one of the commercials? Biktarvy. think they should call it Dick Tarvey, but that's
According to the WHO, the World Health Organization,
Yeah.
it is still an epidemic.
all right. So Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards, very attractive 20-year-old daughter, has already made over $3 million. Then we get to the Justin Bieber situation. So Justin Bieber is now rapping about being high, but his representative says absolutely not. He's not doing drugs. So is this just art, or is it life imitating art, or is he telegraphing his current state? Listen, a publicist or a representative, that's their job. You know, even if you're like behind the representative, like taking a carrot peeler and peeling off your nose, the rep will be in front of the camera saying, nope, that's not happening. Yeah, it's kind of like, remember Baghdad Bob? Remember?
Yes.
The U.S. not invading and the tanks are coming in right behind them? Remember that? Anyway, so this is of concern. And there are pictures, as we mentioned recently, of Justin Bieber, and it looks like he's like 80 pounds or something.
Yeah.
You know?
He does not look well.
He looks just ridiculously thin. And listen, I feel bad for the Biebs. I hope it sounds like he's having some mental episodes.
So what songs does he have that he's singing about?
Season 2, episode 7. Yes, go ahead.
What songs does he have where he's singing about getting high? I mean, he's had marijuana-related stuff in a bunch of his songs for a long time.
Go to his Instagram. On Tuesday, 2-time Grammy winner Justin Bieber went to Instagram to share a shirtless video of himself singing while munching on a bag. I fly like a fly guy. I fly high like a bagpipe. I go high like a bad guy. And he raps alongside a friend who's smoking a cigarette. And then, you know, he's rapping about being high.
I want you to know that if you started a new Instagram where you just read rap lyrics,
Yep.
that would be so funny. I fly like a fly guy. I get high like a bagpipe.
You think that's my way to 25,000 followers?
You know what? I mean, I think consistency is key on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you need a niche.
Yeah, I'm at 24/7 right now, folks. So if you find it in your heart to help me get to 25,000 on Instagram, I'm only like 250 away. So if 250 people follow me right now on Instagram at Certified MJ Radio, I'll get to 25,000. Almost there. Do you have the video? Is this clean? Can I?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I got a dump button. All right, roll from the beginning. Here we go. And Justin Bieber.
That guy. That guy. I high like a fly guy. I fly high like a magpie. I go high like a that guy. That guy. I high like
Oh my God! It's like he's strung out. Look how terrible he looks. He looks awful.
Tell you what looks good, those chips.
Are those Funyuns? What is he eating? All right, and then we've got the Kanye West Pete Davidson deal. What did Pete Davidson do to Kanye West? Is there a history there?
He ran through Kim Kardashian like after they broke up. There was videos of Pete Davidson taking one of Kanye's kids to Walmart or something, or you're just being active in their lives while he was with Kim for that couple of months.
I forgot about that.
Apparently, Kanye West is making T-shirts that read "Pete Davidson has AIDS." What?
What?
Yeah. Kanye West made Pete Davidson has AIDS T-shirts to taunt the comedian.
All right, so I'm not going to buy one of his Nazi shirts, but how much are these?
But apparently this is while Pete Davidson was dating Kim Kardashian, but we're just finding out about it now.
I've never heard of it.
Pierre-Louis Auvray, who worked as a senior designer at Yeezy from 2019 to 2021, claimed in a brand new bombshell interview that he wanted to continue spreading unfounded rumors about Pete Davidson, formerly of Saturday Night Live, through his fashion brand. Auvray claimed that when West was at the Soho House in Austin, Texas, he went on a tirade about Jewish people and made disparaging remarks about David. Well, he's doing the anti-Semitic stuff now with all the Nazi stuff that he's been doing in the last couple of weeks. But I'm looking at the T-shirt, and it's a black T-shirt with big white letters.
Apparently,
and
Kanye,
it says Pete Davidson has AIDS.
He opened up an entire online store with Pete Davidson has AIDS.
Well, why are we just finding out about this now?
Also, I mean, poor marketing, really.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson destroys families, as well as Pete Davidson hates black people. So
What?
all of these on the Kanye line back in 2022.
Wow. And speaking of Kanye, who's clearly not playing with a full deck, Kanye West now is sharing new naked photos of the estranged wife who wants a divorce, that Bianca Censori, and that's to promote her new film?
So is he helping or trying to hurt her?
I have no idea. To promote his 30-year-old wife's role in her new film?
What movie is
that Kanye produced? Shared a naked picture with her on Instagram? Isn't that a violation? You know, the video that I posted on my Instagram of the naked woman throwing trash cans at cars up in Holiday, which, by the way, that video is taken off like a rocket. If you haven't seen this yet, folks, on my Instagram, beginning to go viral, the woman completely naked, which, you know, I had Julian put it through his little computer wing dingy, and he blurred the woman's crotch and boobs, but this completely naked woman walking down, what street is it?
I don't know.
What's the street in
Darlington?
Holiday?
Darlington.
Yeah.
Darlington. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Something else.
So, this naked woman walking.
I'm looking at the video of Bianca Censori posing naked.
Yeah, so this woman's walking down Darlington in Holiday in Pasco County, completely naked, and she's throwing trash cans at cars.
Let's not confuse that crackhead in where's Hudson?
And
Was it
Holiday.
Let's not confuse her with this video I'm watching of Bianca. Right
I don't know if she's a crackhead. I have no idea.
Yeah, come after me.
All right. So if you haven't seen that video, it's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. So what is this?
This is some stuff that Kanye put out.
Right.
Vanessa Beecroft's premiere film, starring Bianca Censori, produced by Kanye West. And this is like a little sizzle reel of her
naked,
being on the floor.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Okay.
What did we just see there?
At the very end of that clip, she showed some acrobatics.
Can you show me?
Yeah, can I show you? You bet I can. Show you.
Let me see that again. All I know is I heard Michelle go, "Oh my god!"
I'm not going to not show you.
Let me see the
All right, so
acrobatics.
Here, right from this position, and then one, two, three, up!
What's happening?
All right.
So then it cuts to the end of the video.
All right. Nice. Thank you so much. And then one other Kanye deal. Now it's being revealed by people who apparently know Kanye that Kanye does not want his marriage to be over and wants to do anything possible to save his marriage to the woman that rightfully fled his mental ass, you know? All right, 9:45 at the MJ Morning Show. Is there anything else? Oh, I guess there are two new documentaries regarding Matthew Perry's death.
So I saw that Peacock had one that's coming out, and I saw a critic's review of it,
right?
And how it covers his life and then his death.
Do they interview Keith Morrison about the death of his son-in-law?
He does.
It was a fateful night.
Fester,
it
really?
was a fateful night in the pool in the backyard of Matthew Perry's house. I'm Keith Morrison. Yes.
They call me Keith Ketamine.
And we know that pools and ketamine just don't mix.
No, they don't.
I'm Keith Morrison, Dateline NBC. All right, anything else before we get out of here today?
I don't know.
I'm very pleased with today's program. I don't know. I was personally very entertained with today's program. Michelle, you okay?
I mean,
everything's great.
All right.
The latest thing about Matthew Perry, 20 minutes ago, people were saying he was given 27 shots of ketamine before his death.
Oh,
I mean, this documentary is going to have a lot of things. They're going to drop tidbits until it premieres.
We're going to drop some bombshells, and it's going to be on the Peacock. I'm Keith Morrison. You've been listening to the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM Q105. And we'll see you back here tomorrow And as MJ always says, let's be careful out there. Why give me a look, Fester?
You sound like the Smuckers guy.
With a name like Smuckers, that's gotta be good.
That's Keith Morrison from Dateline NBC.
This is NBC.
Hear the latest MJ Morning Show podcast on the Q105 app.